your VIN or your license number and a couple of pics and get an instant cash offer. GiveMeTheVIN.com. They offer the 60-second bid process, pressure-free service, and a free pickup. Just click on GiveMeTheVIN.com and get your check on the spot.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVIN.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
And we're Anajar and Levine. Experience the Anajar and Levine difference by calling us with any of your legal needs. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
It's the new year, and guess what? I'm in hot water. Hey, it's RC Hill here from RC Hill, Mitsubishi, and DeLand. My sales are frozen. So this month, I've cooked up the craziest icebreaker ever. Right now, I'm paying way over appraised value for any car, regardless of make, model, miles, or even condition. If you owe $2,000, $4,000, or even $7,000 more than it's worth, I still want it. Plus, with my dealer next door credit approval process, you could skate home for just $8 down. We've got the banks to break the ice with lower rates and smaller payments. You can drive a car that's twice as nice. Come see me at RC Hill Mitsubishi. Check out the new Mirage 43 miles per gallon lifetime warranty. And introducing the all-new Outlander in stock and ready for delivery. For your peace of mind, we provide a lifetime limited warranty. So dump that old ride you hate, and you can drive for $8. But hurry, this deal will melt away fast. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. See details at rchill.com.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting freshfromflorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
In the 1930s, Lucky Luciano, founder of the modern mafia, was taken down by prosecutor Eunice Carter, one of the first black woman assistant district attorneys in New York. The Godmother, an immersive 10-part podcast, delves into her unstoppable rise as she takes on roles from writer to politician, revealing a badass anti-hero, unafraid to bend the rules for justice.
But for Eunice Carter, I don't know that Luciano would ever have been convicted of anything.
Listen to The Godmother on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop to opt out. Individual results may vary. Consult a doctor prior to use.
You've lost so much weight. How'd you do it?
I got medical treatment for weight loss through Zelvy and lost 50 pounds. I struggled for the longest time, but Zelvy makes it easy and affordable to get weight loss treatment 100% online. Zelvy providers can prescribe FDA-approved weight loss medications clinically shown to help people lose weight, like Wegovy, Zepbound, and others.
I've heard those medications can help you lose weight, but aren't they expensive?
Zelvy can help get the medication covered by insurance, so it's as little as $0 a month.
What if you don't have insurance?
No problem. Zelvy may be able to help you get other medications for 80 to 90% off the price of brand name medications.
I'm ready to start losing weight. How do I get started with Zelvy?
Just text.
Text CONNECT to 200-300 to get started today with Zelvy and see if weight loss medications like Wegovy or Zepbound are right for you. Don't wait. Text now for a link to your exclusive offer. Text CONNECT to 200-300. That's CONNECT to 200-300. CONNECT to 200-300.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Find out at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BILLS. B-I-L-L-S. BILLS. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers.
News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and Sealand.
It is Wednesday,
January 24th, 2024. Lots to get to today. From did Barbie get snubbed to Trump wins easily in New Hampshire and a woman dies in the middle of a eulogy. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane.
How we doing?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Wednesday?
Great. Everything's
not bad.
Super normal.
C-Lane's not in the studio. He
What? I thought you were here the whole time.
No, he's not hiding behind you anywhere there, Sabrina. He's actually... C-Lane's at his house right now.
Oh,
that's right.
Your car broke down, obviously, right?
Yeah, what happened there?
Just a little bit of COVID. Just a little COVID.
Oh, come on.
Oh, COVID house. Unbelievable. Oh, no. The week gets weirder. It's going to be one of those for us, I think.
Yeah.
How you feeling over there? Good?
I feel fine.
Yeah, that's the fun part of this.
Feel totally normal. There's Ashley, my wife, also has COVID.
Oh, okay.
And
God, no.
So Jackson's just by himself, feeding himself and all that?
Yeah. We just left the formula and we showed him how much to put in with the water.
One of those little
shake.
hamster water things that you hang off the side?
Yeah. And then but for her, at least for COVID's sake, the third time is the charm because she actually feels sick this time, whereas the first two were just kind of like, all right, we stayed away from each other on the couch and stuff like that.
Question for you. Can you test a little guy as small as Jackson to see if he has COVID?
We called the pediatrician immediately and said, what do we do? And basically, there's not a whole lot to do. You can test. They said if he shows symptoms, and only if he shows symptoms, to bring him to the pediatrician's office, at which point, and it's old school pandemic rules, they will come out to your car, remove the child, bring him inside, test him, and then bring him back to you and tell you that he has COVID and there's nothing you can do, or he doesn't have COVID and there's still nothing you can do.
Great.
Weird.
So, and so a lot of Ashley has been reading a lot of the baby blogs, and there are more baby forums that Ashley has been on than I can even imagine. And a lot of them are saying, just use the Binex test on your baby.
Right.
It's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, just shove it in his nose and spin it around and bring it out, do the test.
I mean, but that sticks so long, you have to be careful not to hit his brain or something, right? It's just the tip
right.
of it?
Yeah. Just maybe like a quarter inch instead of the whatever is recommended, I think.
Oh God! Well, this is quite a week. This is shaping up to be here.
It really
for us.
is. I think tomorrow's my day,
good
right?
on your side, Sean?
Yeah, everything's well. I mean, I don't have any updates really.
Yeah, okay.
But Sabrina, it's your turn, I guess.
Yeah. No, I'm excited to see what happens next. For sure.
All right, let's do it.
I guess the good thing is that Sabrina and I can really get through a whole day without being in the same room. Once Ashley texted me during the show yesterday, she's like, I don't feel good and I have a fever. And I was like, oh, great. And so I kind of just stayed away from people because I have my own little isolation booth there.
Right, thank God.
And then I went straight to Walgreens and tested in the car, and I was like, ooh, crap.
Here we go.
No. So nobody really came in contact with you yesterday then?
Not very closely, no.
Oh, you did not sound confident of that. The big question is, and
the person who should be asking themselves how close was I to C-Lane is basically Jack, and that's it.
But yesterday, I asked C-Lane, I was like, do you know who you got it from? And he's like, possibly, but did not name said person. He didn't.
I have an idea. I definitely think I know what day I got it.
Okay.
And that would be Saturday.
Yeah.
And I have an idea where. And I'm not really going to go into a whole lot of detail.
Do they listen to the show?
Huh?
Do they listen to the show?
Well, somebody that I met at this place listens to the show.
Oh, boy. All right.
And much less to say is that I went somewhere with some friends, and at least one of the other people in the car tested positive, and I just think that's where it was. Without naming, all kinds of things.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
I mean, look, here's the thing. A lot of you are like, COVID's not around anymore. And all it's like, we still have stupid corporate things. And there's just regular things, too. Like when you're sick, you just shouldn't be hanging out with other people. But we still have like protocols we have to follow, even in 2024. And also, Sealand's got the baby at home, and his wife's not feeling well, so he's got to juggle all these things today. What happens if right now Jackson freaks out? We have a.
I mean, if he freaks out because he's got the Rona, everybody else in this household has it. So.
No. If he just starts like screaming, going on a rampage right now.
I'm Jackson.
Oh, Ashley's like, finally just rocked him to sleep right before the show started.
Look at this guy. He's got a name.
She's like texting me from the couch. She's like, "Can you please let the dog out?" Because she's now that she has rocked the baby to sleep, she's trapped on the couch. Less. She's worried about waking him up.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. You look like you're fairly comfortable over there. Is that a lazy boy that you're in? What do we got?
This is a rocker that we got for the baby. To rock him to sleep, and it also reclines. So just kick the webcam, but yeah, this is one of the more comfortable ways to do the show. Besides the time I did it in bed.
A happy accident for Sealand there, I think, along with the bad stuff that's happening. All right, let's go over to the beginning of the show. Let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great big wide world of ours, and we check in with our friend Joker Gang. He's still pissed off at Grand Theft Auto, and he's making demands from what seems like his mother's garage. And let's see what he says.
GTA, we gotta talk. Take two, we gotta talk. I'm not trying to sue y'all, so I'm gonna give y'all extra month. Hit me up. Let me voice the character. Now
he wants to voice the character that looks like him.
Character have a voice? I mean, it was just like a quick clip in the trailer, I thought.
He's also pushing for that. He wants to widen the storyline of this character and make it a bigger figure within the upcoming game.
Yeah, there's no indication that he is a character in this game. It's really just wasn't it in the trailer that this was like a news clip?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so. I think it was the tiniest thing.
Exactly, along with the other Florida viral clips. It all makes sense except for his reaction.
Well, we have some demands coming. Bootsy Moonshine over on Twitch says, I'm somewhat surprised at how clean his house is. You know what? I am as well. He's got like a fairly clean house behind him in this shot as he's making his demands.
More storyline in the game and give me a few mils. Give me a royalty off of it. Let's make history happen, man. Y'all see what I did for the game. We made news. We made the blogs. Everybody's covering me. Everybody love me, man. Everybody know me at the GTA 6 Joker, the Florida Joker. Find somebody else in Florida, let alone in Florida, the whole state of Florida and Miami, that character's betrayed off of. Stop playing with me, GTA 6.
Stop playing with me, GTA 6. I don't know that he's going to get anything out of all this, but he sure is enjoying his second run at things here and making all the demands. He wants a couple $1 million, and he wants bigger part in the game, and he wants to voice the actor. So the demands are piling up here. And
come on, GTA 6, star of the game. Come on, star of the game.
Good luck to you, Joker Gang. I don't know if that's going to work out, but at least you got something going on right now. Meanwhile, last night in New Hampshire, Trump wins again, and that's it for the primaries, even though we're going to pretend like it's not. Trump goes and gives his speech. He says, I'm a winner, did it again. And let's tune into him and see what Trump said after this New Hampshire victory.
We've won almost every single poll in the last 3 months against crooked Joe Biden. Almost
crooked Joe.
And she doesn't win those polls. And she doesn't win those. This is not your typical victory speech, but let's not have somebody take a victory when she had a very bad night. She had a very bad night.
That's Trump speaking after his win last night. Nikki Haley was speaking too, but she, like Trump acknowledged there, she was almost acting like she had a win in her hands. She was smiling, the crowd's going wild. It's like, you didn't win. you got second place, and guess what? You got second place out of 2. AKA last place. There's only 2 places.
There's one way to look at it, Sean, and she looked at it like it was a big race with a bunch of people.
This is like getting third place in Fritz on the Street, which we got coming up later on in the show today. You don't really celebrate third place. What? Because it's the last one. You know, that's last place that you got. But I swear to God, at the Nikki Haley rally, it was like it was a win. It was like, yeah, thank you. Thank you, appreciate it. I know. Yeah. Oh, my God, they can't stop themselves.
Great microphone.
What a great night. God is so good.
All right, I'm looking on the screen at the results here. Trump won 54.2% of the vote. Nikki Haley got 45.2% of the vote. She lost to him, but it seems to me like even though we got second place, we got a winning vibe going on. Woo. And this is like a celebration.
Where did that last 3% go?
To write-ins or whoever else. There was no other...
I just really liked Ramaswamy.
Right.
Come back.
There was nobody else really on the ballot because of everybody dropping out before the primary started. And Trump took the majority of the votes. He's going to win the primary. That's just that. You have to choose Trump or Biden or don't pay attention. Those are the two options that you have moving forward. Even though there was some write-in guy in New Hampshire trying to beat Biden, who got like 10 or 12%, or he got some number that was better than they expected. But it doesn't matter for that either. Nikki Haley's not going to win, and this rando dude, Dean Phillips in New Hampshire, is not going to win either. These folks are not going to win. Marianne Williamson, the self-help guru lady, she's not going to win. It's over. It's done. It's Biden versus Trump, round 2 electric boogaloo. Place your bets, pick your winner. That's what's coming up in November of this year. But it sounded like they were partying. It sounded like they were celebrating over there. All right, we're going to hear from you today. We want to hear you and what you have on your mind. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch. When we return, the front wheel fell off a plane. That's probably a bad thing, one would think. And we got to hear some of the audio from the tower at the airport when this wheel fell off a Delta flight. It's pretty wild. We got a lot to talk about. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Something on your mind? Text us at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Lowest prices on the highest quality jewelry. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
Travel with caution and expect heavy delays due to an accident eastbound on I-4 before State Road 429. The right lane is blocked. The on-ramp is partially blocked due to an accident from Orange Blossom Trail to Florida's Turnpike northbound. And on the Greenway, the on-ramp is partially blocked from Reinhardt Road. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Lowe's MVP Pro Rewards members get a free lunch during MVP bonus days at Lowe's of West Orlando on January 25th. Plus, big savings on tools and more. Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros.
There's no better time than the new year to help protect your identity and finances. LifeLock detects potential threats to your identity that you may miss on your own. If you do become a victim, a U.S.-based LifeLock restoration specialist will work to fix it. LifeLock is the New Year's resolution that's easy to keep. Save 25% off your first year. Call 1-800-LifeLock or go to LifeLock.com. Promo code CLAY to save 25%. That's LifeLock.com. Promo code CLAY.
Attorney CPA Joe Cordell.
Business owners and professionals face special challenges in divorce court. They have to contend with allegations that they are earning more than they are, coupled with claims on their business or practice itself. Clients with assets depend on their divorce lawyer's skills in these matters.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Orlando area attorneys. Office in Orlando. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. CordellCordell.com.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks Vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick. Soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower for steamy Vicks Vapors.
Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower use for adults only.
Hey, it's RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. My sales are frozen. So this month, I've cooked up the craziest icebreaker ever. Right now, I'm paying way over appraised value for any car. Plus, with my dealer next door credit approval process, you could skate home for just $8 down. But hurry, this deal will melt away fast. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. See details at rchill.com.
It's hot. We all know that. Have you noticed your power bill is skyrocketing? The current cost of energy is the highest it's ever been, and it's probably going to just keep getting higher. Solar Source can change that for you. I recently took the plunge with Solar Source with my pool heater, and man, it's been a game changer. I love working with Solar Source. Solar Source has nearly 40 years in the business. They bring the power of the sun to over 6,000 Central Florida homes since 1984. Mine and my mom's and my sister's included. Solar Source makes it easy with a free estimate. Monster listeners, they have an online tool that lets you get your own solar estimate in just 30 seconds. No pressure, no salesman, just the facts. You can harness your own power and stop wasting thousands of dollars every year renting your electricity at higher and higher prices. Visit solarsource.com/monsters and see how easy it is to get your instant hassle-free quote. Solar Source, the most trusted name in solar. solarsource.com/monsters.
It seems like everywhere you look right now, someone is sick. This year, prepare your family for airborne invaders like bacteria, pollen, and yes, germs with Navage Nasal Care. Navage flushes ultra-pure, refreshing saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril. Navage sucks out viruses, dust, and other airborne particles, all the stuff that gets trapped in your nose, making you miserable. Don't get caught empty-handed this winter. Get Navage, the drug-free solution that helps you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier. Even better, Navage is HSA, FSA eligible, so Navage is a great way to spend those funds before they expire. Don't wait a minute longer. Buy Navage today and you'll breathe easier knowing you're putting your funds to good use. Navage is available online at Navage.com or Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, and Rite Aid. Navage, Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
Attention! Our friends from Guarantee Media are giving away 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99 to the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. It's only for the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. They give you up to a year and a half to travel, but you must be one of the first 50 to text MUSIC to 96551. Grab your phone and text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. That's MUSIC to 96551. You heard right. Be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551 and get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. But you must be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. Text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to go on vacation to Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico.
Do you have trouble remembering that one thing you went to the grocery store to buy? Here's a tip. Forget about it. Just pick up fresh Florida strawberries. They're delicious, in season, and available now. Here's another tip. Go to freshfromflorida.com and use local Florida strawberries for wonderful recipes like strawberry arugula salad or strawberry fritters. And while you're there, join the Fresh from Florida Club for free perks. Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like Deep Cuts. Featuring deep album tracks from iconic artists like the Beatles, Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, The Who, The Stones, and more. Try something new for 2024. Just open the free iHeartRadio app, search Deep Cuts, and listen now. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
It's a no-pay new year with no payments for 6 months at Sutherland Nissan Orlando.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BILLS. 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 Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
They're best friends. Unless they're fighting. Are they fighting?
We want to hear your voice, your dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com, record yours, and join us on the show today. I saw all these people freaking out. They were so upset. They couldn't believe it. They said that there were snubs that were just disappointing and unacceptable for the Oscars.
No way.
How could it be that Margot Robbie and Greta Gerwig, the folks behind the Barbie movie, were not nominated? And I said, oh, my God.
But Ryan Gosling?
He did get nominated. I saw this, though. This is kind of cringe, but Hillary Clinton did a tweet. And she says, Greta and Margot, while it can sting to win the box office but not take home the gold, your millions of fans love you. You're both so much more than enough. Hashtag Hillary Barbie. She's trying to suggest that, she also won and didn't take home the gold. You see what they have in common there. And so, anyways, they didn't get the Best Director nomination and Best Actress for Margot Robbie. They did get like 7 nominations, though, right? So the movie was heavily nominated. I don't know how many you would expect it to get, but that seems like a lot to me.
Wouldn't you expect it to get not that much? I wouldn't have expected much an Oscar nomination from Barbie, seeing as we've talked plenty of times about how there are so many great comedy movies that get snubbed by the Oscars because the Oscar people, the Academy,
are not funny.
Are kind of, they turn their nose at stuff like that.
Yeah, they go for the Oppenheimer over the Barbie kind of thing. That's the move that they would probably make. But they said that there were some people who were upset by this. It's not like the movie got completely ignored. 7 nominations sounds like a lot to me. And I don't know what the suggestion is. Honestly, I don't know what other directors got nominated or who the female actresses that got nominated over Margot Robbie were. Is there somebody that shouldn't have been on that list that wasn't as good? Is there somebody who you think got it that was the spot that Margot Robbie should have gotten? I don't know what people are thinking in terms of that. But when you see something like Best Picture, right? If Barbie wins Best Picture, isn't that like a win for all the people behind it too? Or does that not count?
I feel like it does, but if Best Picture, typically, I feel like in the past, it also had whoever was involved in the other categories, at least nods to them. Like typically the director of the Best Picture would also be up for Best Director.
Yeah.
Makes sense to me.
I just look at this and I go, what are we suggesting here? Are we thinking like this was a sexist thing? That doesn't make sense. These are all actors and actresses that nominated. This is Hollywood that nominates these people.
So I'm looking at the actress nominations. We have actress in a leading role. There's no Barbie. And aside from that, I don't think I've seen a single one of these movies.
Oh, no. It's like art house movies. What are they? What are the other ones?
We have Annette Bening for Nyad, N-Y-A-D.
Nope.
Lily Gladstone for Killers of the Flower Moon.
Okay, that's the Leonardo DiCaprio one with Martin
Sandra Hüller for Anatomy of a Fall. Carrie Mulligan for Maestro and Emma Stone for Poor Things. Haven't seen any of those.
Oh, I heard Poor Things is awesome.
There is a Barbie nomination in actress in a supporting role, America Ferrera, who did a great job.
Right.
Jodie Foster, somebody from The Holdovers.
No, The Holdovers is going to win a bunch of stuff too, and that was like the movie's all right. It's kind of like a cute movie, but it wasn't. They do weird things at these award shows. It's not like the most successful movie wins the most awards. My brain works like that. I'm like, who got the numbers? Who got the people out there? Who made the needles move? And on that metric, you would go, well, obviously last year it was Oppenheimer and Barbie. Those were the ones you think they should be nominated for everything. But they don't do that for these award shows. It's like, who created the most artistic piece of moving cinema? And you're okay.
I think the closest it came to the most successful movie sweeping the Oscars was Titanic.
That won a lot, right? I mean, just imagine. It was a very long time ago. Ryan Gosling was very upset about this. He says, there is no Ken without Barbie. There is no Barbie movie without Greta Gerwig and Margot Robbie. the two people most responsible for this history-making, globally celebrated film, Gosling wrote. No recognition would be possible for anybody in the film without their talent, grit, and genius. To say I'm disappointed that they're not nominated in their respective categories would be an understatement. There they go. They're very upset. Finger wagging is taking place right now.
I mean, could you, if you would go through all of the best actress in a leading role nominations and watch their performances, and not a one of them is worse than Barbie, then I think the right decision was made.
And you're going to have to make some tough decisions because the Killers of a Flower Moon one is like some Native American lady. They're not going to take her off the list. That's going to be a real bad look if you remove that. So what they do is they look at it and they go, what's the most artistic? Who are the most breakthrough actresses? And they factor all this nonsense in, and they figured that 7 nominations for the movie was enough, and on they move. But remember, when you hear people bitching about this, the people who nominate the movies, it's actors and actresses that nominate the actors and actresses. It's directors that nominate the directors. It's producers that nominate the producers. It's, lighting that, all those, they're nominated by their own people in Hollywood. It's not like some hicks from southeastern United States were the ones who are responsible for these nominees. I don't think they've seen Killers of a Flower Moon down there. I'm not sure that that's how this happens. We got to go to this, though, because there is more plane trouble out there. Planes are losing pieces of the sides of the plane. The 787 MAX 9s are falling apart. You got Delta Boeing planes with wheels just rolling off of them, I guess.
Awesome.
There's all kinds of fun things happening with these planes. This was a Delta Boeing 757, and it says the tire under the front nose, so the front tire, fell off, and the wheel rolled down like an embankment that was nearby. And I have some of the traffic control audio as they were trying to figure out what to do with this plane. Let's just listen in.
Ops 2, Roger, 27 right is closed. You proceeding on the runway? Yes, sir. Proceeding on 27 right. Roger. I don't know if you copied the last aircraft stating that they saw the tire and wheel roll off.
That's bad.
It went off the south side of the runway, pretty much a beam Lima Bravo. They believe that it may have gone down that embankment, but it's on the south side of the runway. Ops 2, Roger. And Tower Delta 982, sorry for the inconvenience, gentlemen. Just want to let you know, Ops says they're sending out a tug for us, so they'll tug us off here.
All right, so the plane gets stuck.
Oh, lucky airplane passengers there.
Yeah, they have to tug the plane.
Sending somebody to tug us off.
Not that one. They're taking the plane and they're transporting it. They're using it like, I guess a tug is like a tow truck.
It's a tow,
yeah, it's a tow truck, not your kind of tug. If I could say your kind of tug. They went and found the wheel. They got all this stuff done, and now they're looking at these planes to see if there's any issue with the Boeing planes that would cause the wheel to fall off. So things are going well.
I'm excited to travel. I don't know about you guys.
I'll take the wheel falling off over the side of the plane busting out while we're at 10,000 feet. Because
I guess if we had to pick at this point, we do.
Yeah, I mean, if it depends, because if we're about to take off and that front wheel falls off, that's not good. That's a tough one right there.
Landing will be tough as well.
Yeah, if you get up in the air and then it falls off and you're taking off, now you got to land with no front wheel. That's no good. We just got to fix this, folks. Can we get this fixed? It seems like it would be easy enough to do. Maybe I'm the crazy one here. All right, let's go over to you. We're going to hear from you with your dispatches. It's how you join the show. So go to thenewsjunkie.com now and let us know what you think. Here is Dan the plumber. He says he's being ASCII. I'm sure he is if he says so.
Hey, junkies.
Hey.
Happy hump day. Fritz on the street.
Oh,
hey.
Should have figured.
Hey, Sean, you won't pick me to be your plumber. I'm okay. I'm accepting it.
Oh.
But I've been asking since last year, man. Can you please just pick me for Fritz on the street?
I'll write it down. Dan the plumber.
And then asterisk, don't hire him as plumber. Just pick him for Fritz on the street.
What if I don't hire him as plumber and I don't pick him for Fritz on the street?
Well, you have to pick him for Fritz on the street. And if you lose, you have to hire him as your plumber. And also, my face is not this red.
Somebody said your face was red? It looks fine.
No, you saw the thumbnail?
I don't think it looks bad. It's probably just the settings on your camera or something.
I mean, for us, it doesn't look as red, but to everyone else, it looks like you've been holding your breath.
Yeah, that's what's going on with my camera, too. Yeah, my camera's got a thing, too. That's why my face is
And
red.
I look like a ghost. Yay.
You can watch the show over at YouTube or twitch.tv/The News Junkie. People are now throwing down their bets and choosing their victor. It is going to be Trump versus Biden, whether you like it or not, in November. And here's Fat Matt chiming in on that. Hello.
Hey, News Junkies. This is Matt.
Hey, Matt.
In Sanford with my first dispatch ever.
Thank you.
I felt inclined to reach out to you guys after I heard you mentioning it's going to be Trump versus Biden. And, pick your side. That rhetoric in itself is really detrimental to this country because there's at least one other option. Robert Kennedy Jr. is a great option, at least fantastic.
All right, let me stop you for a second.
Very true, though. Very true.
I bet you my house that Robert Kennedy Jr. does not win the election. All right? Throw it on the gauntlet down there.
Listen.
I bet you whatever you want to bet. I'll take whatever that bet is. I bet you that he is absolutely positively not going to win the election. The winner of the next election will be between one of two people. If you think our system sucks, well, I'll argue right alongside you. Give me a sign and I'll march with you, buddy, because our system does suck. You got two teams that you can count on here, and one of those people on one of those teams is going to win. But if you think that he's got a shot, you're out of your mind. He's not going to win. He's a fringe candidate. He's a fringe candidate. He has no shot of winning the general election. So when I say choose Trump or Biden, I mean one of those two people will be the next president of the United States.
Yeah, but Matt said he's an option. He didn't say viable option.
Yeah, right. But
he didn't say likely option.
That to me, that's throwing your vote away because the person is not going to win. So if you really don't, if you look at it and you go, I don't care who wins between the other two people, go for the other option, right? Go for Robert Kennedy. Go for that vote. But if you look at it and go, ooh, I really care what the turnout of this election is, one of these people would be way worse than the other, but I happen to like this fringe candidate, so I'm going to put my vote there. That's stupid. That's dumb. You're screwing yourself over. Does not work for you if that's your strategy.
Yeah, you can vote for somebody and not support them. Mm-hmm. You can vote for somebody to oppose somebody else.
Yeah, you could do a lot of different things with that vote, but if you think that your vote's going to go to RFK and then he's going to win, it's just, I'm sorry.
I've heard before that people that would say, this hypothetical, I really don't want Donald Trump to win, but I could never, ever live with myself voting for a Democrat.
Right.
You go, well, Joe Biden's not going to get a list of names and send you a Christmas card thanking you for his vote. That's not how it works, man. You could use your vote to oppose somebody rather than throwing it away.
Yeah, it's very true, but people don't think about it that way for some reason. They're like, most people just sit back and watch. That's what we have going on in the country. But you really have to sit down and say, here are my three options. Do I care? Do I want either one of these two to win? And if the answer is yes, then you choose that person and you vote for them. And then you could say, I don't really want any of these two to win, but I definitely want one of them to lose. And then if you really want that, then you would vote for the other person. So the person you don't want to win doesn't win, or at least you try to help the other person out. Or you could say, I just absolutely don't care and I don't want to engage with this at all. Those are really the only options that you have, right? That's the only kind of way that this will work for anybody out there. I think that if you want to point out that the system is bad, that's fine. But it's not. I'm being realistic, not detrimental. I'm being realistic when I say that one of those two people will be the next president of the United States of America. And the weirdest thing in the world would be if Trump wins, let's say Trump wins and bumps Biden out, that means Trump can only run for one term. He only has 4 years, right? Age aside, he's not the guy who was screaming 3 terms, 12 years or whatever at his rally the other day. According to the Constitution,
give us 12 years of Trump.
Trump is only allowed to have 4 more years as president of the United States of America. So that's all that he could possibly get, unless he doesn't want to leave the White House. We have other problems.
I'm staying.
Then we have other problems. It seems like we had that last time too.
Iron Shield.
Get that iron shield around the whole United States of America. Here's Chris P. Bacon with a question about Sealand. It says,
"Hey, News Junkies.
Hey,
Sean, have you noticed since Sealand's gotten back from paternity leave, his voice sounds a lot deeper? I don't know what happened, but it sounds pretty good. I mean, your voice sounded good anyway, but it sounds a lot better, almost very, very ballsy. Kind of turned me on a little bit, gotta be honest with you.
Wow.
Anyway, have a good one, guys.
Are you doing anything special to your voice to make it more ballsy?
Just getting COVID.
Yeah, that's it.
Getting a whole big serving of COVID.
Yeah, you know what? You do owe somebody an apology. I just want to throw that out there. It's your air conditioner at your house, which you blamed for the way you were feeling yesterday.
Ah, that's right.
But don't know if that was really the culprit, if you got COVID at the same time.
Yeah, no, some of that stuff that I attributed to the heater may have been on me.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, heater.
So you're what?
So it's still a little bit the heater.
Oh.
So you're
I'm not
what?
apologizing to an inanimate object.
Wow, you were wrong. And you won't go back and apologize to your heater in your house.
Watch, it gets like 30 degrees hotter.
Right
it turns out it does have a spirit.
I'm sorry, heater. I'm sorry.
His face is already red. It's going to cook him alive.
My face is not red. It's your computer.
All right. One more. Here is Guitar Slinger joining us on the show today.
I like pleasure spiked with pain, and someone fix my aeroplane. Fix my friggin' plane. Sounds like somebody needs to learn how to pick up a wrench and turn it.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying.
Yeah, I've seen so many just very concerning things about airplanes in the last couple of weeks here. I don't want to see those headlines any longer. I imagine if you're spending that much for an object, for a thing that you're purchasing, it better be a little more well-constructed. It better be a little better put together. Not loose bolts all over the place like they're finding with some of these planes.
I think you also take into consideration when you're operating, like if you're operating a motor vehicle and you go, that thing is a little not how I would like it. Mm-hmm. But or somebody like goes, oh, the check engine light's on. This is me, by the way.
Yeah.
Check engine light's on. That's just, that's just like a
It
start.
does that.
That's just the beginning of trouble, but it's not trouble yet.
Yeah, we're on the path to trouble, but it feels okay for now. We're good to go.
Like, even, aside from spontaneously combusting and just exploding on the highway, most car problems you can just pull off to the shoulder and call AAA. Mm. It's a little bit harder in the air. So most pilots or engineers pay a little bit more attention. But I think there are probably some plane things like Alaska Airlines was doing where that light was on for a couple days and they're like, all right, maybe we just don't take this one to Hawaii.
Yeah, that was a weird thing where they said the light went off on Wednesday and the light went off on Thursday and then on Friday is when the side of the plane blew out. So that happens in those planes, unfortunately. We want to see what you got going on. Send us your dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now. When we come back, the most unbelievable story of a woman who was just in court and got her sentence handed down. I want to tell you about this sentence, and you tell me what you think about it. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is Real Music Weekends. Real Music Weekends. This weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hi there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast, and we're into the warm stuff again. We're back to the 80s. That's right. Not talking about the genre of music, but the temperature, and we haven't been there since January 12th, so this is a long time coming. A lot of us looking forward to thawing out. Today's high, 80 degrees. An outside chance for a passing shower near the coastline. 83 tomorrow and up to 84 on Friday. Don't get used to it. It cools down again next week. I'm Brooks Garner from Fox 35.
This report is sponsored by Jackson Hewitt Tax Services, home of the Money Today guarantee. Can't wait weeks for your tax refund? Then don't. At Jackson Hewitt, get money today if you're approved for a no-fee refund advance loan on a prepaid card. Book today at jacksonhewitt.com. No-fee refund advance offered to eligible clients. Application required. Loans by Republic Bank. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
I've got a drawer in my kitchen with all the people who I use to help me out if something breaks around the house. And as a homeowner, sometimes one of the best pieces of information you can give to somebody is the trustworthy person that can help your friends out. So, hey, when you need somebody to help you out with your plumbing, here's the person you go to. They're fair. They're honest. With air conditioning stuff, it's Mills Air. Leon Mills is the guy. He's the guy for you. And he's a person who's been doing this for over 32 years, keeping people in Central Florida nice, cool, and comfortable like you deserve to be. Their techs, they pick the best of the best. These Mills Air techs are respectable. They are very, very nice, and they are very well informed. They know exactly what they're doing. They can service any brand AC you might have, so don't worry about that. And Mills Air is a Carrier Factory authorized authorized dealer. That means they can get you up to $1,275 in rebates toward a brand new Carrier unit that could save you big on your power bill. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you could always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Here's their phone number, 407-277-1159, or find them online at millsair.com.
Very local, powered by Wesh 2. Local news. Breaking news this morning. Original series and specials. I can't wait to go check it out. Come with me. 24/7 TV made just for you.
How awesome is this?
Download the free Very Local app now.
When you call me for an injury case, you don't pay a dime unless we win. The call and the advice are always free. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorneys.
The number one cause of accidents is distracted driving, like cell phones, eating, and playing with the radio. So leave it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
Yo, it's Angel from the Monsters. You want a big green egg? For the lowest prices anywhere, you got to go to my friends, Wassie's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up your big green egg so that you are cooking before they leave. Follow Wassie's Meat Market on Instagram or go to wassiesmeatmarket.com for your big green egg today.
There's no better time than the new year to help protect your identity and finances. LifeLock detects potential threats to your identity that you may miss on your own. If you do become a victim, a U.S.-based LifeLock restoration specialist will work to fix it. LifeLock is the New Year's resolution that's easy to keep. Save 25% off your first year. Call 1-800-LifeLock or go to lifelock.com. Promo code CLAY to save 25%. That's lifelock.com. Promo code CLAY.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Go to hims.com/joy. Through HIMS, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to hims.com/joy. That's HIMS.com/JOY.
Quitting tobacco isn't easy. The good news is, Tobacco-Free Florida is here to help you quit your way. Tobacco-Free Florida's Group Quit service offers free virtual and in-person sessions at convenient times and locations. You may be eligible to receive free nicotine replacement therapy like patches, gum, or lozenges. You are not alone. Whatever your reason to quit is, Tobacco-Free Florida can help you get started. Call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW.
You're all set with your Medicare prescriptions, Mrs. Brown.
This is not just low-cost copays at Walgreens.
I can actually help you set up 90-day refills if you want.
This is having a partner you can trust. Get low-cost copays, 90-day refills, and delivery from your neighborhood Walgreens. This is being independent. Together. Walgreens.
Restrictions apply. For details, see walgreens.com/pharmacy.
Wawa has pizza. Get $5 off pizza when you order in the Wawa app or on your favorite delivery app starting at 4 p.m. Gotta have a Wawa.
This hour of Real Radio is sponsored by Twin Peaks, now open in Daytona.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the Law Offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the Law Offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out.
And it will be to you as well. And the thing that shocks me the most is the sentence that this woman was just handed down by a judge. The first lesson I learned from this is stay away from all pot smokers. I am not going near any pot smokers ever again. If you smoke weed.
Super dramatic.
Keep my distance from you.
You got something to say, man?
Yeah, I'm worried. I'm worried about anybody who smokes marijuana in 2024.
Literally was told by my doctor to use it. So what are you worried about?
We're going to need another recommendation or like a second opinion. Just this story is what gets me going in this direction. They said family members of a man who was stabbed to death by a Ventura, California woman during an episode of cannabis-induced psychosis are outraged after a judge on Tuesday sentenced the 32-year-old woman to only 2 years of felony probation and no prison time.
After killing somebody?
She killed him. And it's
That's
not just, she didn't just like slip and kill him. This story is wild.
As one does.
And she got 2 years of probation, no prison time. Remember that as I tell you this story. 2 years of probation, no prison time. They said Bryn Spegsher was convicted of involuntary manslaughter last month in the killing of 26-year-old accountant Chad O'Melia. On May 27th, the 32-year-old went to O'Melia's apartment where they both took several hits from a bong filled with marijuana. Spector experienced an adverse reaction from the marijuana, and she suffered what they call cannabis-induced psychotic disorder.
Right.
And she, from the hits from the bong, she had a psychotic break. She started stabbing this guy. She stabbed him 108 times.
Wow. Is he okay?
He's dead. He is DED. And they said not only did she stab him 108 times, she started stabbing herself and her dog. She was stabbing all of the things. They said the next morning, cops
Maybe
arrived.
not bong for the first time that you guys smoked together. Let's take one puff and see if you get into some sort of stabbing psychosis.
Cops arrive. They find her in a pool of blood and screaming hysterically while still holding a knife in her hands. They tried to disarm her. She plunged the knife into her own neck when the cops got there. They use a taser on her and several baton blows. They finally get everything away from her, and they arrest her, right? They said the 32-year-old who had been dating the victim for a few weeks was found to have stabbed him 108 times with 3 different knives, okay? She got 2 years probation.
Well,
and no
after
prison
the first 40 or something stabbings, you probably dulled the first knife.
You monster. You absolute
also,
monster.
that many knives around you. It's
Yeah.
that is insane. Now, is there, because it's a juicy headline, it's like takes a hit out of the bong, stabs a person 100 times, but any sort of indication of other medication she was on, any sort of mental issues in the past?
They said
drugs.
This woman was perfectly normal and didn't have any issues prior to this.
That stabs a person 100 times? BS.
Yes. And they said that they did blood tests on her and only found the marijuana in her system. That was all that she was on.
This is the female version of the guy that was eating people.
It is. The cannibal kid. That's all they found in his system, too. They found marijuana in his system. Yeah. People are snapping on this cannabis-induced psychotic disorder.
Look how impressed Sabrina is that I
was like,
just
I didn't hit the
button. Look this up for me, please, if you don't mind. Look up cannabis-induced psychotic disorder, and I want to know, like, is this really, 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 really rare, or what? Because they determined that that's what was happening to her. And as a result, she gets a really light sentence of 2 years probation and 0 prison time.
All right, so this is what I'm getting. First search blurb here from from ScienceDirect.com.
Okay.
Seems legit.
Sounds right. It's got science in the title.
The incidence of cannabis-induced psychotic disorder is thought to be 2.7 per 100,000 person-years.
That sounds higher than I would have thought. They just mean that they don't mean somebody's doing something violent. They just mean that somebody's experiencing that psychosis.
With a conversion rate to a schizophrenia spectrum disorders ranging between 1/3 and 1/2. No specific guidelines exist for the treatment of cannabis-induced psychotic disorder.
I want to know another thing about this. What about the frat bro cannibal who we were just mentioning? What was his sentence? Because it's the same thing. I argued at that time, all right, I said, I feel bad for him. And people went nuts like they do when I say all kinds of things. I said, I feel bad for him. This person woke up and realized that he ate people, that he killed 2 people, I believe, in his case. I think it was 2 people. And I said, I don't believe that he intended to do this. I don't believe that this was some premeditated thing. I think he had a psychotic break. And then you wake up to the news. Hey, guess what, buddy? You know, it wasn't like he got drunk and that's how he ended up. He didn't go to prison at all?
No.
Oh, no, he went to a psychiatric facility, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, he was not guilty by reason of insanity.
Okay, all right. So that dovetails with this then. They told her she was guilty, but they essentially are saying the same thing. If they give you a 2-year probation and no prison time, they're saying, we don't think you were in your right mind when you did this. And even though it was you that went to smoke the marijuana, it's very, very unlikely that you thought this could have been the outcome of that. That's freaky, man. That is a really, really scary thing to think about. And that's not like a tiny psychotic break. That's a massive, massive psychotic break just from smoking weed. I can't believe that that's something that can happen. I mean, obviously, here's the thing that we can think about. Almost everybody, or I'll say it more accurately, the vast majority of people have tried marijuana at some point in time, right? And the vast majority of people don't have a psychotic break and certainly don't violently attack somebody. But the idea that it's even a possibility seems kind of terrifying to me. And like, there's a lot of other drugs where I've never heard of that happening. Like, you don't get that as some kind of side effect that you could be facing. Ran on YouTube says, if that's real, it's got to be very rare to be violent. I haven't heard of this many times, right? I haven't heard a lot of stories, but I have to tell you, when there were stories about things right around the time the frat bro cannibal thing happened, they were going, well, it must have been because people are doing these weird street drugs. They thought he was on Flocka or...
Oh, the same guy in Miami, too.
Uh-huh.
Remember that they thought was it like spice or something?
Yes, yeah. And then they do tests afterwards, and they find that this person wasn't on the drugs that they thought they were on, that they had just smoked marijuana, and they had a chemical makeup in their brain that just did not agree with it. But she did intentionally smoke marijuana. So should there be a bigger punishment for this? I think that this is something you could not predict. Like, you have to be able to predict the outcomes. If I go to the bar and I get drunk and I drive my car and I crash into somebody, I could have predicted the outcome because I was driving drunk and I hit somebody, and now I'm responsible for that. But if somebody takes a hit from a bong, they think they're going to get high, watch some cartoons, eat some Fritos. They don't think there's a possibility they're going to stab the person next to them 108 times. What do you think? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch today. Fernando on YouTube says, alcohol and meth, you don't get away with it. That's why I mentioned alcohol. But if you're drinking, you can more easily predict that outcome, I would think, right? So if I was to right now do meth on the show.
I dare you.
Well, we got a break to hit right now. But after the break, you can do some meth.
I would say you have enough time to do a little bit of meth during the break, and then we will see how that first round goes for you.
Or let it kick in during the break. Good move, Sabrina.
I'll hold that thought. And we'll get back and jump further into this, plus hear from you with your takes over at thenewsjunkie.com. Send us a dispatch over there. And a lot more to get to on a busy Wednesday, including Fritz on the street. It's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Your chance to win $1,000 in your hand is minutes away on Real Radio 104.1. Brought to you by Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's a bit of commotion due to accidents in the area. Travel with caution. The shoulder is blocked on I-4 eastbound before State Road 429. The on-ramp from Orange Blossom Trail to Florida's Turnpike's northbound is partially blocked. And on Florida's Turnpike southbound, you can still expect delays due to that accident near US 192. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Lowe's MVP Pro Rewards members get a free lunch during MVP bonus days at Lowe's of West Orlando on January 25th. Plus, big savings on tools and more. Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros.
Real Radio wants to provide the assist on your holiday bills by putting $1,000 in your hand. $1,000 13 times a day. You know the drill. Just listen for the keyword to win $1,000 each hour weekdays from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Then take that keyword and enter it on our website, realradio.fm. Whether you do that on your phone or your computer, we don't care. What we do care about is that you answer the phone from a number that will probably say no caller ID when they call back the winner, because that's how you get $1,000 in your hand. Unwind. This contest sponsored locally by Mills Air.
Mills Air, been in business since 1992. That's over 30 years. Carrier factory authorized dealer. Rebates up to $1,275 for brand new Carrier units. Turn to the experts. Carrier. And you can always turn to the experts at millsair.com.
This isn't a date.
Everybody's feeling that instant connection.
I'm a cop, you're a criminal. That's all we need to know about each other.
Still my heart. With Wild Cards. It's the CW's new hit series critics are calling an extremely enjoyable time. Crazy and fun. Vanessa Morgan is laugh out loud funny and monumentally charming. Now that we're partners,
can I at least put the siren thingy on the roof of the car?
No.
Wild Cards. Don't miss an all-new episode tonight on the CW.
Tonight, beginning at 8, only on CW18.
From sunrise to sunset, West 2 News on CW18 has you covered. Mornings from 7 to 10. Start your day with Central Florida's most accurate forecast from First Warning meteorologist Kellyanne Klass.
You'll always have a clear view of what's ahead.
Then tonight at 10, get caught up and know what's happening now with Stuart, Michelle, Tony, and Darren.
It's all in a day's work, and our work never stops.
AM or PM, West 2 News on CW18 has you covered.
Magic fans, get ready because the next City Night features a star-studded matchup you won't want to miss. Be at Kia Center on Sunday, January 28th, when the Orlando Magic host Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and the Phoenix Suns during their only visit to Orlando this season. Witness a kingdom on the rise as Anthony Black, Wendell Carter Jr., and the rest of the Magic look to protect the home court against the Suns. Secure your tickets today for this big-time City Night at OrlandoMagic.com.
I bought one bottle of Harem. I'm about 3/4 of the way through it, and I had a balding spot on the crown, and I don't have that bald spot anymore. So I know it's working for me. I can definitely tell a difference. And my barber said, your hair seems thicker. I have fine hair, but it's just thicker. It's kind of gradual, but like I said, I've only had one bottle.
Fantastic results, Mark. Harem can absolutely regrow your hair. Made for both men and women and all hair types, Harem treats receding hairlines, the crown of the head, and thinning hair. Harem has proven to be as effective as minoxidil, but without harsh chemicals, no side effects, and provides long-lasting results. For a natural solution to regrow thicker, healthier hair, go to greatlifenow.com and see how you can get a free bottle of Harem today. That's greatlifenow.com. greatlifenow.com. greatlifenow.com.
In the 1930s, Lucky Luciano, founder of the modern mafia, was taken down by prosecutor Eunice Carter, one of the first black woman assistant district attorneys in New York. The Godmother, an immersive 10-part podcast, delves into her unstoppable rise as she takes on roles from writer to politician, revealing a badass anti-hero, unafraid to bend the rules for justice.
But for Eunice Carter, I don't know that Luciano would ever have been convicted of anything.
Listen to The Godmother on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
There's no better time than the new year to help protect your identity and finances. LifeLock detects potential threats to your identity that you may miss on your own. If you do become a victim, a U.S.-based LifeLock restoration specialist will work to fix it. LifeLock is the New Year's resolution that's easy to keep. Save 25% off your first year. Call 1-800-LifeLock or go to lifelock.com. Promo code CLAY to save 25%. That's lifelock.com. Promo code CLAY.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Go to hims.com/joy. Through HIMS, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to hims.com/joy. That's HIMS.com/JOY.
Orlando, get ready for the U.S. Olympic Marathon Trials on Saturday, February 3rd at 8 a.m. Join us in downtown Orlando at the Dr. Phillips Center for the ultimate free Fan Fest experience. Join your fellow Team USA fans, food trucks, live music, and vendors. And don't miss the live view of the runners as they race towards their Olympic dreams from 4 different fan zones downtown. Bring your friends, family, and come experience the thrill of the U.S. Olympic Marathon Trials on February 3rd 23rd, starting at 8 a.m. Visit Orlando2024trials.com.
Moms, we all wish there were 2 more of us just to get through the day, preparing lunches, snacks, dinners. We've all got a lot on our plates. That's where Fresh from Florida comes in. They have hundreds of recipes that make mealtime quick, easy, and healthy. And shopping for locally grown produce is a snap. Just look for the Fresh from Florida logo. When it's almost dinner time and you have to be 3 places at once, go to the one place that counts. FreshFromFlorida.com. There's sunshine in every bite.
Brooks and Dunn Reboot 2024 Tour.
I'll play something country.
The best-selling duo of all time. Live. With David Lee Murphy. And Ernest. Saturday, May 4th, Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater. On sale Friday at 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.com. Brooks and Dunn Live.
No payments for 3 months with approved credit? Visit Nations.
TKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, BANK, B-A-N-K, BANK. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Real Radio 104.1.
They're best friends. Unless they're fighting. Are they fighting? It's the...
Courtney and I have, but watching it again and paying attention this time, it infuriated me so much. It's made me madder than any other movie I've ever seen in my life. And it's a movie called I Care a Lot. Have you even heard of that, C-Lane?
Yeah, it's about the lady that basically just hops from patient to patient,
yes.
Gobbling up their insurance money, I believe.
Yeah. This is a movie. I forgot who's in it. I could look it up. It's got what's his name from Game of Thrones? Peter Dinklage is in it.
Right.
Rosamund Pike, and there's a bunch of other names that I don't necessarily recognize. But watching this movie, I'm on the couch. I'm like, could they really do this? If this could be done, this is insane.
It's not could they? It's how often are they?
Yeah, because you know that there's probably somebody out there doing what this person in this movie is doing. And you know, if that's true, then people are not all inherently good because it's demonic what this character is up to. And so it's not based on a true story per se, but like C-Lane was alluding to there, I think
based on stuff that happens.
Yeah, it's based on a thing that happens or could happen to you or somebody you love. So here's
I remember Dinklage being really good in this. Was he a family member of a patient, or was he like a guy that did the same thing and was almost like competing with the woman?
He was the son of one of the patients, and he was also a mafia guy, right? And
yeah.
So let me explain this for everybody, why it made me so angry watching this. The character in this movie, I Care a Lot, she goes to old people, and she makes herself the, what do they call, what's the word that they use?
The power of attorney?
Yeah, basically. Yeah, she becomes their legal guardian is what happens. And she's working hand in hand with a nursing agency. And so one of the storylines that goes on in this movie, I Care a Lot, goes like this. And to tell me this wouldn't make you incredibly mad. They show up at this old lady's house, but she's perfectly fine. It shows this lady living her life, enjoying things. She goes to like a swim class on Wednesday. She has a big, beautiful house. She's got all sorts of nice things. She's living her life and enjoying herself. They show up at the front door and they go, "I've been declared a guardian over you, and you're going to need to come with me." And the woman's like, "What? No." And you don't have a choice. And she points to some like cop cars outside. And she goes, "I have been legally appointed your guardian. You got to come with me. We can sort this out." And she brings this woman back to an assisted living facility, and they put her in a room, and they take away her phone, and they tell her, you can't go anywhere. You can't do anything. We need to keep you here and keep you safe.
Insane, man. I've seen this movie. It's wild.
And then guess what they do? They start drugging her because she's at one of these assisted living facilities. And so they make it so she actually is a mess because of all the drugs that they're giving her that she didn't actually need. All this to take over her finances and steal money from elderly people. And I thought, imagine that's your mom. Imagine that the person that's happening to is your mother. Oh, God.
I mean, and for the amount of people that don't live in the same city or state as their parents, and that happens to them, they have no way of getting in touch with them.
Yeah.
Even if they're not that close with their elderly parent, it's like, oh, well, they seem to not be in their, their right state of mind. So this seems like the state has done the best that they could, and that's what I pay my taxes for, and blah, blah, blah.
Right. Then the judge has no idea what's going on because the judge thinks, well, these people are probably just trying to be nice and decent to elderly people. No, they're trying to take over some old person's life and take all of their money. And it's like, oh, God. Oh, and then I thought to myself, I'm like, that can't be real. But like Sealand, I said, it's not a matter of if it's happening. It's a matter of how often something like this is happening in the United States. And it is just one of those ones that when you think about that kind of violation to your rights as a human being, it makes smoke come out of your ears. It's a tough one. And I thought about that as I was looking at this story out of Las Vegas, because they said a Las Vegas area realtor has been convicted of exploiting an older man with dementia out of hundreds of thousands of dollars while convincing him they were in a relationship. They said he'll spend the next 4 months in jail, and she could go to prison if she violates the probation. This is a female realtor. And they said she was exploiting this old dude. He had dementia, and he kept giving her money, and they kept purchasing things from her. And she was clearly taking advantage. And when you are taking advantage of the elderly, which is often the target of scammers, it is the lowest of the low. It really is absolute scumbag behavior. And you ask yourself, how could these people sleep at night? They sleep just fine.
Yeah, on a giant bed of other people's money.
Yep, and they're just not like you or me. They don't care about it. They have no shame in the fact that they stole their money from an elderly person. And
it's like the people that work as the overseas call center people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they I think they know what they're doing is kind of crappy, but it's their job. This is their 9 to 5.
Yep.
This is how they put money on the food on the table.
Yeah, and they excuse it because they go, look, like Sealand said, this is how I have to do it. I got to feed my family. What else am I supposed to do? This is the job that pays. And you go, oof, man. I've told you before, if you've been listening to the show for a long time, that my father, he was going to a therapist and getting like, he was going there to work out some things with his relationship with my mom, and then just personally was going to a therapist. And the therapist, this is like one of the biggest things they're not supposed to do. The therapist starts taking advantage of my dad and got my dad to give her, I think, $10,000.
Which is insane. And to think, and those are probably the most vulnerable people. I mean, you're going and having the service, putting it all out there, trusting this person.
Yeah, of course. If I can't trust this person, who can I trust?
Tell me that they lost their license and
no, my dad never called the police.
Wow.
Because he was embarrassed about the whole thing. And she kept stringing him along. And she, oh, no, we're going to give you a big return on your money. And everybody starts to tell my dad, like, she stole this money from you. She's taking advantage of you here. And then I told you guys when we talked about this the first time I mentioned the story, the woman then said, okay, I got your money. And my dad said, okay, cool, good. I don't want to feel like a fool anymore. What you got to do is you got to meet us in Vietnam. And she said, you can fly to Vietnam and you'll meet us in this particular location.
Oh, okay.
And
all right.
And my dad starts looking up flights to Vietnam. And I go, Dad, they're going to kill you.
Just a quick little trip to Nam. Just got to get the money back.
People so often will not say anything because they're embarrassed that they got caught in the middle of this and that they've been scammed. They thought they were too smart to get scammed. Old people are the target so often of these things. And make sure the loved ones in your family that are susceptible to this, you're keeping an eye on them. If you're not fired up about it, go watch that movie. It's from a couple of years ago. Came out during the pandemic on streaming and stuff. I Care a Lot is the one that will get your blood boiling. We're going to go to you in just a moment, see what's happening in your world. But I did see that they are about to release, before you would imagine, not too long from now, Squid Game Season 2. And I said, yeah, damn, I didn't know that was coming so fast. But
I mean, it's been a while since Squid Game Season 1. Wasn't that a pandemic one?
I was thinking it was like the second season of the challenge one that just came out last year. And they're like, no, real Squid Game. The actual thing is going to be returning in 2024. And, of course, when that came out, it won so many awards. Talk about a pandemic winner, going back to that again. But they said the next season is going to focus on solidarity among the players against those giant, creepy singing dolls. So we'll have more of that to talk about in 2024. All right, over to you. What's happening where you are? Lots of people are joining us on the show. We wait for your dispatch on your phone, your laptop, wherever you are with a microphone. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Bad Brad talks about I Care a Lot.
There's been a couple cases down by West Palm. You can look into it where the doctor and everybody was involved. I think even the judge, where they would commit people to these elderly care facilities and take everything they had. It's a real thing.
That's so insane that it is. But yeah, in the movie I Care a Lot, she had all these accomplices, like the person who ran the assisted living facility, the doctors, everybody was on the take to take advantage of these people, kidnap them and drug them up, turn them into zombies while you take over all their money. Rand says, this happened to my neighbor when I was a teen. He was paralyzed from a wreck. Some garbage scamming couple moved in as hired caregivers. One day his boat, truck, and everything else was gone with the couple. People will do this stuff. They're willing to do it. They're that bad, that terrible of human beings. Mattress Cowboy wants to talk to us, folks. Let's see what Mattress Cowboy has to say.
Hey, guys, listen to the show right now. Just wanted to say, you guys look ridiculous in your cover photo for the website.
He's talking about the YouTube thumbnail for today, which I think is just C-Lane.
Are you sure it's not the like for the website? It's a cover photo, like I thought it was
a
banner photo.
The cool one.
I think he's talking about the photo shoot one. He's talking about what's on YouTube right now.
No, but he said you guys, like not just me.
I don't know.
Old red face.
Well, follow up.
I can see it right now. It's so red. I don't know what it is going through. What is it? OBS or something? It's making me look
maybe you're just red. Have you looked in a mirror? Have you compared the mirror to what your stream looks like?
I don't look like this.
You're getting more red.
Yeah, big time.
Getting more red by the moment here.
Go during the next break and ask your lovely wife to just powder your face up, and it'll balance out.
Like they do in Hollywood when you sit down, the big puff of powder that they hit your face with.
And I clearly need to get some sort of bronzer on my face. We'll figure it out.
We need more staff around here, all right? Weiler Tyler is the only one that even helps us out with anything these days.
He doesn't do makeup. He sucks at makeup.
I know. He tried, but we had to fire him from that. Not really a great time.
I'll help you with the makeup. It's me, Nook Boy.
No, the Nook person's not real.
As long as you let me out just for like a second.
Quick break. We'll be back in a moment with you. Hopefully. We got a robot and a kid under the stairs. The show's getting weird. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now. Okay, when we come back,
how did you do that?
He's got buttons.
You gave him the voice changer.
No. What? Go ahead, show what you got.
Sean actually dropped the voice changer off at my house.
He's ignored 3 of my texts about them.
He took off the label that said Sabrina's, and then now I have fun things to do.
Do wheels on the bus, because that's exactly what it sounds like.
It did sound like
wheels on the bus go round and round. Wow, I can't even change pitch with that thing on.
No, that's from his mixer. He has a mixer that makes it so he could do that. He did not get the voice changer. All right. When we come back, we got Fritz of the Street creeping up before too long. Also, some mailbox money. It's down to the wire here, but you can get your hands on some of this cash. A very simple way to get yours. We'll talk about that. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio.
is...
Monsters in the Morning.
Try it with Angel.
Holmesy.
What?
You know what?
So uncomfortable.
I want to let you know. I appreciate a lot of things that you do. I love you, man.
Yeah, you're the man, dude.
That's all you got.
I got goosebumps. I hate this.
Oh, see?
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Expect delays due to that accident on the on-ramp from Orange Blossom Trail to Florida's Turnpike northbound. The left lane is blocked due to a truck. There's still congestion due to that accident on I-4 eastbound before US 27. Travel with caution through there. And authorities are clearing up an accident on US 27 northbound at Four Corners Boulevard. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by HCA Florida Healthcare.
Sharp stomach pain? Advice is here. Consult a nurse. Answers, advice around the clock. Consult a nurse. HCA Florida Healthcare. We show up for you. Call 844-70-NURSE. It's free.
We all know the process of shopping for a mortgage can be complicated and confusing, and perhaps so frustrating you don't even want to get the process started, but it's none of those things when you work with that mortgage guy, Don. That mortgage guy, Don, is a mortgage broker, and mortgage brokers are better because they do all of their loans through national wholesale lenders. Now, it's still going to be your standard FHA, VA, or conventional loan, but mortgage brokers have access to dozens of wholesale banks that are competing for your business. And wholesale banks only loan through mortgage brokers like that mortgage guy, Don. And that mortgage guy, Don, is the best because he made the process of getting a quote or comparing the quote you already have super easy. You get a better deal on any home loan when you work with a broker, but you also get the satisfaction of simplicity and honesty when you work with that mortgage guy, Don. Go to the website right now, thatmortgageguyDon.com. Chock full of information for you, guides on how to get pre-approved, reliable mortgage information, and of course, my favorite part, direct access to the expert himself. Plain and simple, no spam, no hassle, just peace of mind.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with that mortgage guy, Don.com.
This isn't a date.
Everybody's feeling that instant connection.
I'm a cop, you're a criminal. That's all we need to know about each other.
Still my heart. With Wild Cards. It's the CW's new hit series critics are calling an extremely enjoyable time. Crazy and fun. Vanessa Morgan is laugh out loud funny and monumentally charming. Now that we're partners,
can I at least put the siren thingy on the roof of the car?
No.
Wild Cards. Don't miss an all-new episode tonight on the CW.
Tonight, beginning at 8, only on CW18.
From sunrise to sunset, West 2 News on CW18 has you covered. Mornings from 7 to 10. Start your day with Central Florida's most accurate forecast from First Warning meteorologist Kelly Ann Class.
You'll always have a clear view of what's ahead.
Then tonight at 10, get caught up and know what's happening now with Stuart, Michelle, Tony, and Darren.
It's all in a day's work, and our work never stops.
AM or PM, West 2 News on CW18 has you covered.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting freshfromflorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
A Fifth Third Better means we put in 166.7%.
What does that mean?
Well, at Fifth Third Bank, our name equals 166.7%. So that's how hard we work. That means free checking, no hidden fees, and helping to protect your identity.
Explain it in baseball terms?
It's a home run.
Basketball terms?
It's a slam dunk.
Football.
Touchdown.
Highlight.
Buzzball.
Cricket.
Golden duck.
Wow. Guess that really is a Fifth Third Better.
That's what a Fifth Third Better means. This is banking a Fifth Third Better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association member FDIC.
I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, a Pfizer vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
If you're 19 or older with chronic conditions like asthma, diabetes, COPD, or heart disease, or are 65 or older, you are at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine. It can help protect you against pneumococcal pneumonia in just one dose. Even if you've already been vaccinated with other pneumonia vaccines, Prevnar 20 may help provide added protection. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. Side effects include pain and swelling at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
Enjoying the news junkie? You've probably heard a ton of injury attorney commercials, but if you are injured and need a lawyer, who's the right lawyer for you? That's why we offer our 30-day risk-free trial. If you are not 100% satisfied with the way we treat you and your case within the first 30 days, you can take your file back and you owe us nothing. No fees, no costs, and no questions asked. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com. Go to JustCallMo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando attorney.
This is Jeff Kaufman from the injury law firm of Kaufman Lind and the Under Oath podcast. Here's some more free advice. After you get into a car accident or experience any other injury, you cannot imagine what the insurance companies will do to fight your claim. They will go through your social media accounts, including Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, or any other site you post on. They will use photos of you smiling to suggest you were not injured, that your life has not been impacted, all to avoid paying your medical expenses. Be careful when you post online. It's not if, but when you get into an accident. I'm attorney Jeff Kaufman. Contact me at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546.
It's 2024. Do you honestly think the government is looking out for you? Do they have your back? We have political chaos, global wars, no border protection, and our leadership telling you about pronouns and electric cars. It's time to take a hard look at protecting yourself and your family. It's time to visit the Oxford Gold Group. Call the Oxford Gold Group at 833-995-GOLD and order the investment guide or make a purchase of precious metals and get up to $2,500 in free gold. 833-995-GOLD.
Hey, my name's Jay Shetty, and I'm the host of On Purpose, the #1 health podcast in the world. Join me this week as I chat with Michelle Obama, a woman of immense strength and grace. Tune in as we navigate through the chapters of her life, uncovering the moments that have contributed to her inspiring story.
What keeps me up are the things that I know. The war in the regions. What is AI gonna do?
Listen to On Purpose with Jay Shetty on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
No payments for 3 months with approved credit? Visit nationstrucks.com right now.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, bank, B-A-N-K, bank. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
If it's important to you, it's on and probably being mocked by.
.com and record yours now. My big revelation of today is that homelessness is a scam. And I know that may sound harsh to some of you, but when I see some of these things, I go, why is nobody concerned about this? Why isn't anybody paying attention to this? I saw, this is true, okay? This is no exaggeration, no nothing. All right? I saw something that I thought was very, very concerning. They said the population of homeless people in San Francisco, which obviously has a major homeless crisis going on. There's tons of homeless people in San Francisco. I've been there, seen it with my own eyes, and it's only gotten worse since then. So you got 7,700 homeless people in San Francisco, right? What's the budget for the homeless crisis in San Francisco? I looked this up, and it's true. It's $700 million. All right.
That's not bad.
$700 million is the budget for homeless people. There's 7,700 of them. You could about give them all $100,000 a year with a yearly budget for homelessness as a crisis in San Francisco. Yet what happens? What do we see happening?
Okay, but you're saying, like, just give it to them and then it'll be over with. Like, that's not necessarily the case.
I'm saying, tell me it's not a scam when you're throwing so much money on it that you could make them all six-figure earners, and there's more and more homeless people in San Francisco every year that goes by. It seems like there's some people going for a cash grab here. And they want to get rich off the idea that they're part of whatever organization is involved in helping here.
Welcome to helping people in the United States of America.
Yeah, I think that this is something that just shows you nobody really wants to fix this. Or in these cities where this is happening, there's a lot of people that don't care about it. They care more about getting rich off of it. And if you're isolating about $100,000 per homeless person that you have in your city and you can't fix it, their policies suck. Your policies are garbage. They're dog ass. It's not going to work because they're not the policies that are going to be effective for this. You got to start back at the drawing board. It's not about money. It's not about resources. It's obviously about something else entirely. And everybody out there is super okay with getting rich off those people who are living life on the streets. And more tents pop up, and on it goes. There is a scandal to be had in many of these cities where nothing seems to get better. That, to me, is a big issue. Big issue with the planes. We've been talking about that. They're falling apart. And now, if you have Boeing stock, I'm sorry to hear that. They said they found out the plane that started all this, the Alaska Airlines flight, where that plug, they said, it's a plug. It was like the shape of an emergency exit door. Poof, it pops right out of the plane at 10,000, 16,000 feet, whatever the height was, whatever the altitude was. And they have all these people in the plane freaking out. Somebody easily could have died. They said that plane was brought back from a repair from Boeing, and Boeing did not tighten the bolts enough. So it's on Boeing, not Alaska Airlines. And that means that their stock is going to have a bumpy ride here because the Boeing 737 MAX 9 doesn't seem to be the best airplane. It seems to have a couple of problems out there. And when they inspect more and more of these, they're like, damn, lots of loose bolts. And I question this and I go, is this because like Larry in the bolt tightening department is doing a crappy job? Or
I think that's basically what Alaska Airlines is saying.
They're saying that, but I'm saying, is Larry from bolt tightening at fault? Or did they replace Larry with a robot and the robot is not doing a good job?
I mean, I feel like the robots would probably do a better job as far as tightening things. You would just think, like, can we get maybe, like they have in NASCAR, the pit crew, and they double check that wheels don't necessarily fly off. So maybe we could just have a quick little pit crew to double check that everything is screwed on properly.
Yeah, you would. I think that would be the least you could ask for.
There, just next problem. Let's go.
Keep the planes together. We're solving everything today. Look at this. Yeah, they said it was Boeing's fault. Somebody at Boeing didn't tighten the bolts enough, and it's really not looking good for them or that plane. And what they'll do probably is end up changing the name of the plane, because now if you sit down in your seat and you see in the thing in the back of the seat in front of you, like the tray back area, you see one of the info panels about the plane you're on, and it says Boeing 737 MAX 9. You go, uh-oh.
We'd like to welcome you on board this Boeing Rock Solid.
Yep. They're going to have to give it some Boeing Americana. There's some name that people will go, oh, that sounds nice. I like that.
Makes complete sense.
It's crazy to think that Boeing is going through these things, over the past decade or so, because they used to be the one that like everybody would 100% rely on. And like people used to say, if it ain't Boeing, I'm not going.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now it's
not anymore.
Maybe the opposite.
Yeah, they might be saying, if it's Boeing, I'm not going. That's not great for that brand.
The emergency exit row, gets the whole spiel from the flight attendant. It's like, I just need to make sure you guys are aware of where you're at and you read the directions. And in case of emergency, you will help. And then right behind them, all right, you guys are right next to the plug. I just want to make sure that you are aware that you could fly out of the plane at any moment now.
And where's my front wheel crew? The front wheel crew over here. Make sure that doesn't fall off at any point in time.
Sabrina, when you get a free second, look up the skit that SNL did for Alaska Airlines over the weekend. It was like a promo with all the different flight attendants and crew, and then a lot of their customers and stuff. And it was like, Alaska, you have a great story to tell. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
It was like
fun.
Leaning into the fact that their planes are dangerous. And yeah, maybe the side of your plane blew out, but you have a story to tell for the rest of your life. You can get this out there to your friends. You're going to look cool. Meanwhile, mailbox money. This is a final reminder for you if you want to get some mailbox money. If you're a customer that went to Chick-fil-A between November 2019 and April 2021, that's a lot of people right there. If you are somebody who used the Chick-fil-A app to get delivery food from 2019 to 2021, you are going to get $29.95. But you have to do it before February 15th. So
what was the settlement for? What did they do wrong?
It was because they increased menu prices by up to 30%, and they snuck some fees in there, and they caught them doing that, being a little shisty about it.
I thought that was just assumed.
I assume it now with DoorDash and all those other apps, but at that point, I guess they said they were doing some unfair practices.
Well, I'm getting that money.
Clamp down on them. All right, we want to hear from you, friend. This is the day that you join us here on the show, and it's super easy for you to do. I'd love to hear the sound of your voice and see what thoughts you got going on. Maybe you're fired up about something today. Maybe you're homeless and angry at me. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch right now.
We haven't heard from the homeless in a while.
No. They have cell phones, though. Most of them that I see do seem to be smartphoned up.
Remember when we had them at the station?
Oh, yeah. They hung around for a while afterwards.
Sean's drunk ideas. Like, all right, we gotta go now. We're actually gonna head home.
And you realize,
like, these people won't leave the lobby, and they're eating all the candy canes.
They're taking all the candy canes. Then we also had, who else did we have in around that time?
Billy.
May rest in peace.
Oh yeah, it was Billy that we had in. Billy was the one who stole the candy cans from the front desk.
But I thought it was Homeless D.
He was a nice guy. All right, let's go over to Flip talking about Boeing.
So with the Boeing thing and those bolts, it may be something as simple as it's not Bill in the bolt tightening department. It could be Frank in the tool calibration unit. So I worked in the automotive industry for a while, and we had different people that did different things. And the tool that tightens those down is probably set to a specific torque. And if it wasn't calibrated properly, or if it was going bad,
I don't know. It sounds right.
Bill in the bolt tightening place probably thought that they were tight because it bottomed out and it quit turning the tool to tighten the bolts.
Yeah, but the buck has to stop with somebody, right? I don't know. I see what you're saying. Like,
it's like saying when you are filling your gas tank and it auto shuts off.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not calibrated, so you still have like a quarter tank empty.
Right.
They're saying that, like, if Frank, the tool calibrator, didn't calibrate the torque right, well, then the guy that's just using the thing hits the button, it does what it's supposed to do, he thinks he's all good.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things that could have gone wrong there, but it's certainly got people frightened from flying or frightened about the prospect of doing so. All right, when we come back, the next episode with Sabrina, what's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? Beyonce said, if you like it, put a ring on it. Gwyneth Paltrow says, forget the ring, put a vibrator on your finger. United Airlines has been put on notice for not prioritizing noted aviation expert Rob Schneider. Plus, The Rock has moved from cooking to raw charcuterie boards. I'll explain that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio, at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by Gringos Locos and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James, Miguel, Ken, and Mike. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. The 80s are here for the first time since January the 12th. We'll top out today at 80 degrees with mostly cloudy skies. Can't rule out a couple of sprinkles or a stray shower at the coastline, otherwise a mainly dry day. Now, it'll be warm right through the weekend with mid-80s into the day Saturday, not far from record highs, but don't get used to it. Temperatures will make a big drop for highs only in the low 60s by next week. For the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With a super low down payment, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote at directauto.com. Down payments vary, does not mean savings. How you buy can affect price. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
Are you a business owner, CEO, or responsible for marketing? If you are, iHeartMedia can help you reach your goals and find new customers. We reach more consumers in your target area than anyone else. And we can give you access to those potential customers more cost-effectively across radio, digital, podcasting, and social. We'd love to show you how iHeartMedia can work for you. From your cell, dial pound 250 and say keyword great results. That's pound 250 and say great results.
Brooks and Dunn Reboot 2024 Tour.
I'll play something country.
The best-selling duo of all time. Live. With David Lee Murphy. And Ernest. Saturday, May 4th, Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater. On sale Friday at 10 a.m. at Ticketmaster.com. Brooks and Dunn Live.
It's the new year, and guess what? I'm in hot water. Hey, it's RC Hill here from RC Hill, Mitsubishi, and DeLand. My sales are frozen. So this month, I've cooked up the craziest icebreaker ever. Right now, I'm paying way over appraised value for any car, regardless of make, model, miles, or even condition. If you owe $2,000, $4,000, or even $7,000 more than it's worth, I still want it. Plus, with my dealer next door credit approval process, you could skate home for just $8 down. We've got the banks to break the ice with lower rates and smaller payments. You can drive a car that's twice as nice. Come see me at RC Hill Mitsubishi. Check out the new Mirage 43 miles per gallon lifetime warranty. And introducing the all-new Outlander in stock and ready for delivery. For your peace of mind, we provide a lifetime limited warranty. So dump that old ride you hate, and you can drive for $8. But hurry, this deal will melt away fast. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. See details at rchill.com.
There's no better time than the new year to help protect your identity and finances. LifeLock detects potential threats to your identity that you may miss on your own. If you do become a victim, a U.S.-based LifeLock restoration specialist will work to fix it. LifeLock is the New Year's resolution that's easy to keep. Save 25% off your first year. Call 1-800-LifeLock or go to lifelock.com. Promo code CLAY to save 25%. That's lifelock.com. Promo code CLAY.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Go to hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to hims.com/joy. That's HIMS.com/JOY.
I had so many dreams, but life quickly got in the way. Then Rasmussen University saw my true potential and gave me the support and confidence I needed to become who I am today. Rasmussen University. Learn more at rasmussen.edu/Florida.
In the 1930s, Lucky Luciano, founder of the modern mafia, was taken down by prosecutor Eunice Carter, one of the first black woman assistant district attorneys in New York. The Godmother, an immersive 10-part podcast, delves into her unstoppable rise as she takes on roles from writer to politician, revealing a badass anti-hero, unafraid to bend the rules for justice.
But for Eunice Carter, I don't know that Luciano would ever have been convicted of anything.
Listen to The Godmother on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Spectrum Mobile brings you our best deal to start the new year. Now you can get unlimited mobile for $15 per line when you get 2 lines. Spectrum Mobile includes nationwide 5G and the fastest wireless speeds with unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to Spectrum Mobile Unlimited for just $15 per line for 12 months when you get 2 lines with no added taxes or hidden fees and no contracts. Start saving on your mobile bill now. Call 855-235-4651 or visit a Spectrum store near you. Offer subject to change. Valid for new and qualified customers. Service not available in all areas. Per line activation fees, Spectrum Internet, and auto pay required. Restrictions apply.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you right now, like Deep Cuts, a commercial-free station featuring deep album tracks from iconic artists. Just search Deep Cuts and listen now on your free iHeartRadio app. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
You're all set with your Medicare prescriptions, Mrs. Brown.
This is not just low-cost copays at Walgreens.
I can actually help you set up 90-day refills if you want.
This is having a partner you can trust. Get low-cost copays, 90-day refills, and delivery from your neighborhood Walgreens. This is being independent. Together. Walgreens.
Restrictions apply. For details, see walgreens.com/pharmacy.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Forever hovering over life's great dump button. You're listening.
What's happening in the world of entertainment and beyond? What does your gut tell you is the right answer to this question? What is bigger with Gen Z, the NFL or anime? Which one of those things do you think is bigger with Gen Z people?
For some reason, I feel like anime. I watched a little bit growing up. I know that. We did like Dragon Ball Z. Technically, I think Pokemon was considered an anime of some sort, or at least was derived from that. Then no interest whatsoever. All I keep saying about this damn Avatar. And it has nothing to do with the blue aliens.
Avatar: The Last Airbender?
Yes.
You talking about that guy? Yeah. What do you think, C-Lane?
I would have guessed anime.
Yeah.
Just because NFL, I think, I know that there exists NFL outside the world. I know we've played games in London, but NFL is mostly an American thing, whereas anime, I think, kind of crosses a lot of borders.
Yeah, it's 42% to 25% anime on top for Gen Z folks. Gen Z folks are not tuned into these NFL games. Way more of them are into the anime side of things. And I'm going to be soon, I think, brethren with my anime friends out there.
Yeah, how?
I've been reading a new, well, it's not new, it's been around forever, but I've been reading a manga as of late, a Japanese manga, and
Isn't that
it's called...
That's porn, right?
No,
Erotic
no.
novel?
No, it's just a comic book in Japan, basically. But one called One Piece. So I'm sure I've got some One Piece fans out there. I'm now on board with you guys. I love it. I'm all about it. Luffy all the way. I'm all for it. And I'm now a manga guy. So I'm with you. I feel you. I hear you. And I'm big into One Piece. Just know that about me. Super hip and with it, Sean. Okay? Got that in the record books.
I'm looking forward to you chatting with all those 12-year-olds.
No,
there
are so many people. You know how many copies of that manga they've sold? 550 million. Isn't that insane?
Are you going to give us your review of it when it's done?
Well, I'm only on number 10, and there's over 1,000 of them. So I got a ways to go, friend. Here we go. Let's do it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
I have to poop so bad.
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com. And, of course, the Home Loans Radio Show. If you're refinancing, buying your first dream home, perhaps you got a quote and you want to know if that's the best deal you can get, you can compare your quote right now by going to ThatMortgageGuyDon.com. And any question you have direct access to the man himself. Hit it, me.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with ThatMortgageGuyDon.com.
Hello to Fritz, everybody.
Hi, Fritz.
Hey, Fritz. I see him wander into the background.
It was just a mere 40 years ago. This guy right here.
Come on, baby, now.
That
Let me look at you.
is
the Badger.
Paul McCartney.
Oh.
Paul McCartney is right. And you're going to ask, what song is this?
What song is this?
In the System called Fuh You.
Really?
Oh, that was from one of his, I was more recent, because he played that at the show I went to.
The only reason why I picked it is because it sounds like, the bad phrase.
Yeah, it does.
This is not about Paul McCartney. It is about his wife. And it was on this day in 1984 that a London judge fined her 140 buckaroos for trying to smuggle
Reefers.
Marijuana.
Into England.
Can't do that.
You naughty, naughty little Linda. 140 doesn't seem too bad, though. I wonder how much he was trying to smuggle in, though.
Just a little bit.
Also, do you need to smuggle it? Aren't you from England? Like, I'm sure know a lot of people.
When did this happen?
This happened in 1984.
Oh, okay. Different world back then.
Sure.
Now you can trip and fall on weed, but back then I think it was a little bit harder to get marijuana.
Imagine if she put it in her bum.
True.
The Oscars just gonna...
Imagining that.
Yeah. Imagine that.
It's some stinky weed. The Oscar nominees announced yesterday the patriarchy has struck again.
Uh-oh.
Hashtag you aren't Ken enough or something like that. Barbie nominated for Best Picture. Of course, we all heard director Greta Gerwig and Margot Robbie were snubbed. Ryan Gosling got nominated for Best Supporting Actor, but he will win with Best Abs Ever. That's for sure. Now, we also, I think we went over for the most part, Oppenheimer was the one that was leading the pack. 13 nominations. Poor Things with 11. Killers of the Flower Moon came in third with 10, which is almost the amount of hours that movie is.
Hey, did anybody watch that? I was just going to say Killers of the Flower Moon. Have you seen it?
It's on the queue for like a long weekend I have. I can't imagine sitting in one, not sitting there for the whole time.
Scorsese movies are like, it's kind of like the law of diminishing returns for me. Like,
yeah,
I keep watching them and
it looks a little boring to me when I see the trailer and stuff. I'll watch it someday, like Sabrina said. Just someday when I go, you know what, let's just do this one. But it's not dragging me in yet.
Has anybody here watched Oppenheimer yet?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Also on the queue.
I have.
I was very interested in watching it, and then I heard the monsters talking about it. And what I didn't realize about it, I thought that it was going to be like a lot more action and CGI and nuclear bombs. But as it turns out, it was just like a really deep drama.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like a movie from the 50s.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
Oh, wait on that
It's
one.
way too long.
Way too long, too.
The Color Purple only got one nomination, Best Supporting Actress for Danielle Brooks. Movies that got shut out completely have Saltburn, that grave scene for nothing. You try to bang a pile of dirt and you don't get the nomination you deserve.
All you get is sand in your pants.
Wonka, Asteroid City, The Iron Claw did not get any nominations. First-time nominees, though, included America Ferrera, Divine Joy Randolph, and effing Godzilla.
Wow.
Could you imagine if Godzilla wins and then Godzilla goes up to accept the award or something?
Yeah, I can, yeah.
That'd be crazy. This
You
guy
guys know what I mean?
right here.
They got the award on a helicopter.
The Rock.
I think you were just mixing up King Kong with Godzilla. Right now?
You would still need to get it up there.
Right.
Is Godzilla...
You guys should really fight about this.
Speaking of fighting, The Rock is right, whoever said it, and Dwayne The Rock Johnson showed up to Monday Night Raw a few weeks ago, obviously you guys saw, and teased a return to the ring, but it turns out something even bigger than his muscles was in the works. And according to reports, he has joined the board of directors at TKO, and it's a company that owns both WWE and the UFC. He says, I'm very humbled to have a seat at the table that has decades of history and family legacy for me, a table that my family helped to build. As part of the deal, he also gets, $30 million in stock.
Woo!
All right.
And the full rights to his nickname, The Rock.
Nice.
Which, that I didn't realize he didn't have the rights to that. He had to be on the board.
They keep everybody in line with stuff like that. You want to be able to use the name? This is something that we built up and it's been made big by us. I didn't know that the company that basically controls WWE, I didn't know that was run by Ari Emanuel, which, if you don't know who he is, he's the one who in Entourage was played by Jeremy Piven. That's the character that's supposed to be Ari Emanuel.
Oh, I didn't.
He was like,
wasn't his name Arya in the movie or no?
No.
I don't remember. I can't remember because it's been so long. But he was just a huge Hollywood agent, and I didn't know he's in charge of that whole thing now, which is crazy.
Also, some other WW news body dropped yesterday when WWE, when it was announced that Raw is moving to Netflix.
Yeah.
And it's so funny because I swear I just saw a report that says Netflix is going to hike their prices again after these financial reports came out. So they're like, we're losing money, you guys. But we do have enough money to pay for Raw on Netflix, and then we're going to charge you more to watch Netflix.
Stupid question here for everybody. Has Netflix done live stuff before? I'm trying to remember.
Wasn't it one
Chris
time?
Rock?
And it, yeah. And then it
Oh,
went
yeah,
to
the Chris
S.
Rock. Yeah, the Chris Rock stand-up thing was live, and there was some problems with that. But most stuff is not live. So, I guess they want to get into that, huh?
I saw an article earlier about how they're like, oh, good, Netflix just picked up Monday Night Raw. They're basically a really great cable channel now. Like, they've got all this old stuff for us to watch. They've got Suits. They've got old movies. They've got some new stuff that's keeping our attention. And now live wrestling.
Sure.
Also points to Sabrina. Jeremy Piven's character was named Ari Gold.
There you go.
Thank you very much. And from live to maybe not alive for very long, and I really hope this is not the case, but it has just been announced. This guy right here. Ozzy Osbourne is right, and he wants to, quote, say goodbye properly to his fans.
Aww.
This according to Sharon. She said this week that even though the 75-year-old Prince of Darkness suggested last year that his touring days have ended, they are planning what? My Sharon
It's funny to hear him still called the Prince of Darkness at 75 years old.
Wasn't what's his face? Prince Philip was a prince until old Queen died, right?
Yeah. The king ain't gonna abdicate.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So they want to do 2 final concerts, which I'm sure will be very easy to get tickets to, in the original hometown of Birmingham, UK. Sharon made the new remarks about Ozzy's proposed live comeback while on stage in London over the weekend as part of her Cut the Crap speaking tour.
Okay.
Which I would have loved to go to as well. He won't tour again, she said of Ozzy, but we are planning on doing 2 more shows to say goodbye, as he feels like I've never said goodbye to my fans. So they're going to do Aston Villa, where Ozzy is from, and then Birmingham as well. We do have a quick note from Ozzy. TMZ ran into him outside of...
That's true.
That's how it's going to sound, guys.
It always makes
Mark
me
my
cry
words.
hearing him talk.
And for some reason, this printed out, but I couldn't help myself. Can you believe Kid Rock is a grandfather?
Is he really?
Yeah, as he became, I guess, his son, who's now 43.
What?
Okay, so he became one. Oh, he became one at 43 when his son, Robert Ritchie Jr., fathered a daughter named Sky recently.
Oh, okay.
Grandpa with a papa. Hey.
That's a good one.
Rob Schneider. What a perfect time, because his daughter.
Damn it! Now that's stuck in my head.
What?
That's already looping in my head.
Rob Schneider, perfect timing after his daughter went viral for making a complete mess of Dolly Parton's birthday. I'm sorry, am I boring you, Zealand?
No, I was still
your
laughing
little
at Grandpa.
He is now putting United Airlines on notice. You've been warned. He says he will not fly that airline, neither will his family, because it prioritizes diversity over safety.
Ooh.
Yeah. Ooh. In an ex-post,
Man, I've been on a lot of flights, okay? And I'm just going to say the thing right now,
Go for
okay?
it.
I've been on a lot of flights. Generally, the pilot is sitting there as you board. You do like a little head nod to the pilot
can I
and
have
move
a trading
on.
card?
It seems like that's a world where almost all of them look the same. Like whenever there's a black pilot, I'm like, we got a black pilot today.
And then when there's a lady pilot, you're like, get me off this plane.
If there's a lady
Remember
pilot.
we had a lady pilot to Jamaica, and Sean was like, "You guys see that? A lady pilot?"
Sean.
As long as it's not 2 in the cockpit, you got to have like 1 of each. You got to balance things out. You know, I don't want too much of anything. I want to be safe.
Grandpa would have. So he brought up a near fatal accident during one of United's flights in late 2022, insinuating it could have been avoided if Kirby's business wasn't prioritizing diverse hires and rather focusing on competent hires, which sounds a little racist. But he is now like Mr. Fox News guy and making all that conservative comedy money. So why not put out statements like that? Looking forward to see what's next. And by that, I am not
How about
at
some
all.
statements about your drunk daughter at that Dolly Parton birthday?
Oh, God, Yoma. How about you buy your... I'm not going to. I was going to say, how about you buy your daughter this as my segue to the story about...
vibrator.
Buy her a vibrator. That's really not what I wanted, but Valentine's Day
But
is...
you said it.
I did say it. I feel uncomfortable. But Valentine's Day around the corner. You guys know what you're doing for your lucky ladies?
Hell yeah.
No.
I've been planning this day for... No, I have no idea.
All right. Well, perhaps you can follow Gwyneth Paltrow's advice because she suggests that in Goop 2024 Valentine's Day gift guide that you get the Crave Tease vibrator ring. And it's not for your peen, gentlemen. It's for your fingers.
Oh, so not as big as I was picturing.
No, it's for her. According to the product description, it'll bring a little buzz and warmth wherever your hand wanders. And it's only $195.
Jesus.
Oh, yeah. How about spend way less than that and just have a great time? Priceless, they might say, by going to my Instagram at Sabrina Ambra, and you could check out all the events that I have coming up in February. On the 1st, I'm going to be over at West End in Sanford, opening up for Cam Bertrand, and then at Van Barry's Galentine's Day. All that information at Sabrina Ambra. On the Boob Tube, Let's Make a Deal Primetime, I Could See Your Voice, 8th season premiere of Queer Eye on Netflix, and the series premiere of A Real Bug's Life on Disney+. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram, and most importantly, stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina.
Thank
when
you.
we come back, Fritz on the street. What? The greatest game in all of radio. The showdown starts when we return. Now is the time when we figure out who we're going to play for. Get our attention because Fritz on the street is coming up next on the News Junkie.
It's a Real Radio sports special with the AFC and NFC championship games this Sunday. Coverage starts at 2 p.m. on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Goldsmith Jewelry Shop Traffic Center. Shop the best quality jewelry and lowest price. GoldsmithJewelry.com.
There's a bit of delays due to an accident on the Greenway northbound at University Boulevard. Travel with caution. Slowdowns on I-4 eastbound before the bend. Congestion on I-4 between Princeton Street and Robinson Street through the city. And you could expect your regular pockets of congestion on Colonial Drive. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Wawa. Wawa has pizza. Get $5 off pizza when you order in the Wawa app or on your favorite delivery app starting at 4 p.m. Gotta have a Wawa.
Unruly Music and Arts Festival returns June 13th through the 16th, and Real Radio 104.1 wants to send you and a pal to the farm in Manchester, Tennessee. You'll see performances from Red Hot Chili Peppers, Post Malone, Megan Thee Stallion, Maggie Rogers, Cage the Elephant, and many more across 10 stages. Head to realradio.fm/contest for your chance to win tickets and camping pass. Or head to Bonnaroo.com to grab your tickets now.
Well, I started using it about 4 or 5 months ago, and 2 or 3 months into it, I just kind of noticed one day I saw all of this extra hair growth around my widow's peak. That hair growth is probably about 5 inches, all in that area that used to have absolutely no hair at all. I don't think I'll ever stop using it.
Fantastic results, Marcy. Harem can absolutely regrow your hair by nourishing the scalp and repairing dormant and damaged hair follicles. Made for men and women in all hair types, Harem with 17 botanical plant actives has proven safe and effective in generating new hair growth, whether it's a receding hairline, the crown of the head, or thinning hair. For a natural solution to regrow thicker, healthier hair, go to greatlifenow.com and see how you can get a free bottle of Harem today. That's greatlifenow.com. greatlifenow.com.
Orlando's top-rated comedy club and restaurant celebrates becoming the Funny Bone. Formerly the Improv Comedy Club, the Funny Bone guarantees the same great talent and awesome live comedy experience with a new name at Point Orlando. This week, the Funny Bone welcomes Michael Blackson, January 26th and 27th.
You gonna talk about Stevie Wonder sees me every day. What do you mean by that? followed by Jeff R. Curry on February 1st through the 3rd. Check out the star-studded calendar and showtimes at orlando.funnybone.com. Home to the best comedic talent on tour nationally. Come get funny at the Funny Bone.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting freshfromflorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
Attention, our friends from Guarantee Media are giving away 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99 to the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. It's only for the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. They give you up to a year and a half to travel, but you must be one of the first 50 to text MUSIC to 96551. Grab your phone and text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. That's MUSIC to 96551. You heard right. Be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551 and get 4 days in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico with hotel and airfare included for only $99. But you must be one of the first 50 listeners to text MUSIC to 96551. Text the word MUSIC to 96551 for your chance to go on vacation to Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or Mexico.
Orlando, get ready for the U.S. Olympic Marathon Trials on Saturday, February 3rd at 8 a.m. Join us in downtown Orlando at the Dr. Phillips Center for the ultimate free Fan Fest experience. Join your fellow Team USA fans, food trucks, live music, and vendors. And don't miss the live view of the runners as they race towards their Olympic dreams from 4 different fan zones downtown. Bring your friends, family, and come experience the thrill of the U.S. Olympic Marathon Trials on February 3rd starting at 8 a.m. Visit Orlando2024trials.com.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve.
Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In Office Orlando.
Yo, it's Angel from the Monsters. You want a big green egg? For the lowest prices anywhere, you got to go to my friends, Wassie's Meat Market. They will deliver and set up your big green egg so that you are cooking before they leave. Follow Wassie's Meat Market on Instagram or go to wassiesmeatmarket.com for your big green egg today.
We all make resolutions this time of year. And let's face it, most of them won't stick. But here's one that's not only easy to keep, but will help you feel healthier all year long. Navage. Navage provides quick, drug-free nasal relief by washing saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril. This time of year, when everyone is sick, Navage helps by sucking out germs, bacteria, and viruses trapped in our noses that cause us to feel miserable. And come allergy season, it does the same with dust, pollen, and other allergens. And unlike medications that can take time to help, if they're effective at all, Navage helps treat congestion symptoms in seconds flat, without drugs. This New Year's, resolve to use drug-free Navage to help you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier all year long. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
There's no better time than the new year to help protect your identity and finances. LifeLock detects potential threats to your identity that you may miss on your own. If you do become a victim, a U.S.-based LifeLock restoration specialist will work to fix it. LifeLock is the New Year's resolution that's easy to keep. Save 25% off your first year. Call 1-800-LifeLock or go to lifelock.com. Promo code CLAY to save 25%. That's lifelock.com. Promo code CLAY.
Hard Rock Bet presents Legal in Florida.
You can bet the game on Hard Rock Bet. No more betting inside your head. Now Hard Rock Bet is legal in Florida. Now Hard Rock Bet is legal in Florida. Legal in Florida. It's safe, it's legal. We'll repeat that it is legal. Top rated sportsbook and it's the only one that's legal.
Get a no-regret first bet up to $100 when you sign up now. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 and over and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Pay no interest. Zero. During No Pay New Year at Sutherland Nissan Orlando.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you matter. Contact them at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website.
pay. P-A-Y. Pay. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
Hear it here first. Then everyone else will catch up in a week or 2 or 4. You're listening.
Of radio in just a moment. And if you're new here, here's how this works. We all represent somebody in Fritz on the Street, and if we win, you win. It's the only way to get your hands on the very nice Fritz magnet from Game of Magnets. The stack of these is dwindling. We'll have a new design before you know it. But if you want to win one, we have to represent you, and we have to win in Fritz on the Street. I'm picking because he sent a dispatch asking earlier, Dan the Plumber from Dispatch. That's who I'll be representing. What about you, Sabrina?
I will go with who texted in 77031, Safety J.
Safety J. All right.
I've heard of him.
What?
Go ahead.
You've heard of Safety J? You're familiar with this person?
All right.
Yeah.
For decades now, if you get my drift.
Oh, it's like a sexual thing.
No.
Okay.
No, I think it's a weird thing.
Yes.
Oh, right.
We're getting real sidetracked here. C-Lane, who are you playing for?
Somebody said, Gene says, pick me Bradshaw. There is no Bradshaw, so I'll just pick that up for you.
All right, Gene over on YouTube, picked up by C-Lane. The most important question to ask right now is, Fritz, are you ready?
Yabbo.
All right, here we go. Let's do Fritz on the Street.
Now it's time for Fritz on the Street.
Hello, Sabrina. Hello, Celine. Hello, Sean.
Hey, Fritz.
Hi, Fritz.
Hi,
Hello.
Fritzy.
Fritz on the Street, sponsored by Mo DeWitt. Injured on the go, just call Mo. That's 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MO. In first place on Fritz on the Street with 31 points, we have Mr. Christopher Lane.
Ooh.
Yeah. In second place with 29 points, we have Miss Sabrina Ambra.
All right.
And in third place with 27 points, we have Mr. Sean Wasson.
Oh, man, that's not good.
It's 8 questions, 4 current events, and 4 general knowledge trivia questions. If you think you know it, chime in by saying your name. You can pick up that bonus point.
Pre-chime.
Yeah.
Pre-chime. Did you ask these at your trivia spot?
I did, yeah. Every Tuesday, Fritz's Funhouse at Cabos Bar and Kitchen. It was a packed crowd, and then it kind of dwindled out as people were getting drunk. But that's good.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
good. Good for
So,
me, good for them.
Drunk people is on the panel.
That's right. We have 9 participants. So if you think you know it, chime in. Is everyone in?
Yeah.
Yes. Alrighty, here we go. Question number 1. Last week, which candidate dropped out? Sabrina?
Ooh, this is going to be in my benefit. It was DeSantis.
That is correct.
Damn it.
Full question. Last week, which candidate dropped out of the Republican primary? Sabrina, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Ron DeSantis?
I'm going to go with 8.
8 for Sabrina.
7.
7 for C-Lane.
I'll go for 8 as well.
And 8 for Sean. Question number 1. With answers of 7 and 8.
Ding, 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 ding.
Who knows their Florida governor? Last week, which candidate dropped out of the Republican primary?
The super slimy Ron DeSantis.
Ron DeSantis.
Pass.
Ron DeSantis. DeSantis. Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis.
Death Santis.
That would be 7. Oh, burn.
Got
it. C-Lane is picking up 2 points, and Sean and Sabrina with a guess of 8, each picking up 1 point.
Just straight up passed it.
Yep, pass. You're more mad that she passed it than getting it wrong?
I mean, she a voter?
Yeah, I don't know.
What is happening out
I
there?
have no idea. Question 2, it's about animals. Aw, what object does a male penguin give to female
Sabrina.
Sabrina?
Pebble.
Pebble is correct.
Woo! Happy feet.
What object does a male penguin give to female penguins as a sign of affection? Sabrina, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said a rock, a stone, or a pebble?
Ooh, 6.
6.
5.
5 for C-Lane.
4.
And 4 for Sean. Question 2, with answers of 4, 5, and 6. What object does a male penguin give to female penguins as a sign of affection?
A smooth pebble.
Rock. Or a pebble.
A pebble.
Pebble. Rock. Takes to her a fish.
Pebble. Is that like a rock or a stone?
That would be 7. So
man.
Sabrina, with your guess of 6, picking up 1
It
point.
brings her a fish.
It brings her a fish. Moving on now to question number 3 of 8. After a successful soft landing of the Slim module, which country became the
Sabrina.
5th? Sabrina.
Russia?
That is incorrect. Seelane.
Japan.
Japan is correct.
Yeah.
Full question. Which country became the 5th to land on the moon? Seelane, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Japan?
Ooh, let's go with 4.
4.
5.
5 for Sean.
I'll go number 3.
And 3 for Sabrina. Question 3, with answers of 3, 4, and 5.
Ding, 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 ding.
Who knows their moonlanders? After a successful soft landing of the Slim module, which country became the 5th to land on the moon?
I don't know.
Japan.
Thailand, Korea.
Japan. Japan. Japan.
I don't know.
Korea.
That would be 4. So Sealand is hitting a 3-pointer. And Sean and Sabrina with the guesses of 5 and 3, each picking up 1 point. Moving on to question 4. Now that's the halfway point. And Fritz on the street. After question 4, I'll tell you so far who is leading on the day. Question Quattro. From 1962 to 1992, who was the host of The Tonight Show? Sabrina?
Letterman.
That is incorrect.
Damn it.
Sean?
Johnny Carson.
Johnny Carson is correct.
Oh my God, Letterman wasn't even.
Sean, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Johnny Carson? I liked his theme music that like.
That's catchy. Yeah. I'm going to say 5.
5 for Sean.
6.
6 for Seelane.
Can you repeat the question again?
You know I can, my man. From 1962 to 1992, who was the host of The Tonight Show?
I will go with 5.
5 for Sabrina. Question 4 with answers of 5 and 6. From 1962 to 1992, who was the host of The Tonight Show?
Johnny Carson.
Before my time. I was just a baby.
Is that Johnny Carson?
Ooh, Johnny Carson.
Don't say Johnny Carson. God damn it! Just let me answer the questions.
Johnny Carson.
Johnny Carson. Johnny Carson.
That would be 7. So, Sealand, with your guess of 6, you're picking up 1 point. I just liked how he was so mad. I guess his fiance was like trying to answer. He's like, just let me answer.
Hope they're okay.
Yeah. Sealand with your guess of 6.
They broke up right after that.
Wedding ruined.
Sealand is picking up 1 point on that. That means through 4 with 4 remaining. In first place with 6 points, we have Christopher Lane / Gene. In second place with 5 points, Sabrina Ambra / Safety J. And in third place with 3 points, Sean Wasson / Dan the Plumber.
My God.
Moving on now to question number 5. Recently, which film was nominated? Sabrina?
Oh, man. I should have listened to the rest of that question. It was nominated, and that could have been so many movies. Stop.
But it was
Barbie.
That is incorrect. Recently,
I'd like to hear more.
Yeah, thanks.
Recently, which film was nominated in 13 Oscar categories? Sean.
Oppenheimer.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Boo.
1 shy of the all-time record. Sean, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Oppenheimer?
6.
6. It is a good movie, by the way. I hope I wasn't crapping on it too much.
Heard it bombed.
5.
5 for Sealand.
7.
And 7 for Sabrina. Question 5 with answers of 5, 6, and 7.
Ding, 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 ding.
Who knows their bombs? Recently, which film was nominated in 13 Oscar categories, 1 shy of the all-time record?
Barbenheimer. Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer.
Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer?
Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer. Barbie.
I've not seen one nominated movie this year.
That would be 6. So Sean is hitting a 3-pointer.
Yeah!
And Sabrina and Sealand with your guesses of 7 and 5, each picking up 1 point. We have 3 questions remaining. Let's move on to question 6, shall we? In Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, what playing card suit is represented by the Queen? Sean?
The Queen of Hearts.
That is correct.
Yes.
Sean, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said hearts?
6.
6.
8.
8 for Sabrina.
Okay, 5.
And 5 for C Lane.
Why?
Question 6.
Okay, wait. I want to. Why did you? What was the attitude for?
Was that? Is that normal? People all know it's the Queen of Hearts?
We're going to find out.
Question 6 with answers of 5, 6, and 8.
I didn't even know I could offend somebody so bad by saying a number.
You're like, yeah, 5.
In Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, what playing card suit is represented by the Queen?
Queen of Hearts.
Spade.
Oh my God.
Hearts.
I'm done.
Hearts. Queen of Hearts.
The Hearts. The Hearts? Hearts.
That would be 7.
Spade.
So
Give me that person's first and last name.
Sean and Sabrina with the guesses of 6 and 8, each picking up 1 point. We move on now to question 7.
This is much more mainstream than I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
you
didn't
look
know
like a
that.
real dummy now, don't you? Huh?
Question
Sitting back and you're lazy boy at home right now?
Very spades of you.
Answer me.
Question 7.
The White Claw is very cold right now.
Nice. He's just sitting there drinking. Question 7. Over 30 are dead after a landslide in a remote mountainous region of which Asian country?
Sabrina.
Sabrina?
The old Asian country with the mountains.
Only a couple of them.
Right. Philippines.
That is incorrect.
Sean. Afghanistan?
That is incorrect.
C-Lane.
C-Lane.
He's doing it again.
Thailand.
That would be China. China. Sean, you got question 6 right. We will start with you. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said China?
4.
4.
2.
2 for Sabrina.
3.
And 3 for C-Lane. Question 7 with answers of 2, 3, and 4. Over 30 are dead after a landslide in a remote mountainous region of which Asian country?
Somewhere in the Himalayas. I don't. Pass.
China.
Japan.
Thailand.
Malaysia.
I don't know. India. Bangladesh.
That would be 1. So Sabrina with a guess of 2, picking up 1 point.
China.
Oh.
We move on to question 8 now, but before we do, let's take a look at the leaderboard. We have a tie in first place with 8 points each. Sabrina Ambra / Safety J and Sean Wasson / Dan the Plumber.
What?
1 point removed with
I was
7.
sitting here, I was just about to cry because I thought it was clearly not me.
It was at 3 that you hit for question 5. And
Nice.
in third place with 7 points, Christopher Lane / Gene.
Yeah. I only got 1 point that whole second half.
Good job.
Moving on now to question 8. It's about a capital. What is the capital of Italia?
Sabrina. The capital of Italia.
Bibbidi
Boppity, boppity, boopity.
Bibbidi bobbidi.
That would be Rome.
Rome is correct.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
Thank God.
Sabrina, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Roma?
I will say that 7 people did it.
7 for Sabrina.
Why are you talking like that?
I don't know.
You have this is the least confidence I've ever heard in your voice ever.
But yet I'm number 1 still, so it's called humility.
What'd you say?
7.
7. It's too many.
Okay.
Really bad answer.
Shut up.
4.
4 for Sean.
4?
6.
He laughed at my answer. That's not good.
And 6 for C-Lane. Question 8 with answers of 4, 6, and 7.
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, could this be it right now?
What is the capital of Italia?
Rome.
Florence?
Milan.
Rome.
Rome.
Rome?
Rome?
Milan?
That would be 6. So C-Lane is picking up 2 points there, and Sabrina with your guess of 7, picking up 1 point at the buzzer. That means in first place with 10 points, Sabrina Ambra / Safety J. In second place with 9 points, Christopher Lane / Gene. And in third place
Opening it anyway.
And in third place with 8 points, Sean Wasson / Dan the Plumber. That means, if I am doing my calculations right, yes, in first place and still leading with 40 points, Christopher Lane in second place with 39 points.
Ooh,
Sabrina Ambra. And in third place, 5 points removed from C Lane with 35 points, Sean Wasson. And that is Fritz on the Street.
Thank you, Fritz.
Thank you, Fritz.
Thank you, Fritz.
There he goes. Fritz on the Street each week on the show. You can actually participate in this. How about that, friend? How do you do that, you say? Well, on Tuesdays, you pay attention to Fritz's Instagram, and that's no_regrets_coyote. That's where you're going to find Fritz, and you'll find him on most Tuesday nights doing his trivia, Fritz's Funhouse Trivia at Cavo, so you can participate, all right? If you're here in town, that's a fun way to do things. And make sure you're following no_regrets_coyote so you can be part of Fritz on the Street. Fritz, are you going to hang out with us?
I would love to.
Yes.
It's the best news of the day. That's the absolute best news of this lovely day that we're in the middle of right now. I want to play something for everybody. And tell me if you get like a happy or a sad vibe from this. All right. Okay. I'm gonna play some audio for you, and you tell me if you think this is a sad story or a happy story. Because
happy
I think
or sad story.
Nailed it.
There's the theme song pending here, but I think this could hit you two different ways, and it hit me a different way personally than a lot of other people were taking this when this clip started to go viral. So here we go. We're going into a courtroom. There's a very old man inside this courtroom.
Oh, boy.
He just got in trouble. He was speeding. He got himself a little speeding ticket.
Is this that famous judge?
It
like
is.
The Rhode Island or something like that?
Yeah. He does a lot of stuff online, and this judge gets a lot of attention. But this case in particular has grabbed people, and they're reacting to it in one of two major ways. Let's see how you guys react. Tell me what emotion you get out of this, if it's happy, sad, whatever. Here we go.
Mr. Coelho, you are charged with a school zone violation.
I don't drive that fast, Judge. I'm 96 years old, and I drive slowly.
All right, so homeboy is like you, 96. He's 96 years old. He drives, he said slowly. I drive safely. I drive the speed limit.
You drive below.
He said flat out slowly. I drive slowly. I'm not speeding.
I only drive when I have to. I was going to the blood work for my boy. He's handicapped.
What's with the sad music?
Yeah, they're really trying to pull on your heartstrings, Fritz.
I hate him.
So he said, I was going to do the blood work for my son who's handicapped, and they start asking about this guy's son, the 96-year-old man.
How old is your son?
63.
You were taking your son to the doctor's office?
Yeah. I take him for blood work every 2 weeks because he's got cancer.
Oh, God.
You are a good man. You are a good man. You are.
He's
you
crying.
Really are what
You know
America.
what would be so brutal if he said, "You are a good man, but speeding is wrong, and I'm still going to give you that damn ticket."
As a matter of fact, I'm going to double down in contempt, and I'm going to throw your ass in jail for
30 days in jail.
We take the law seriously around here, old man.
How are your cataracts doing? Because it appears that there were workers present, and it was a school zone. So,
and you were masturbating. That's insane.
So they're connecting with each other, and he's saying. He said, well, you're a good man. Then he says, this is what America is all about, which I found to be strange.
America is all about. Here you are in your 90s, and you're still taking care of your family. That's just a wonderful thing for you.
Is it?
No.
I wish the best for your son, and I wish you good health. And your case is dismissed.
Is that Old Lang Syne?
Good luck to you and God bless.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
No, they say, God bless you. I wish you the best in your health and your son and all this stuff. And when we got to the end, it was like, this is what America is all about. I was like, should it be? This is like a man in his mid-90s who, because there's no other way to do this, I guess, has to still take his disabled 60-something-year-old son to go get blood work. And everybody's like about to cry here. I'm like, this seems, I took away a sad vibe from this. As
sad.
Opposed to like, some people were like, oh, that's beautiful. That's a sweet little moment right there.
What's even more sad is that man is dead now.
Is he? Probably.
Yeah. I can say it both ways. It is sad, but it's also heartwarming that, he's still taking care of his son.
It is.
Yeah.
But do you also think that the judge would have ruled the same way if he wasn't on a viral YouTube channel in which his dismissing of cases becomes the heartfelt thing of the week?
I do want to know more. Like, how fast was he going? What was going on with...
Did he know where he was? Does he have a son? Let's be honest.
Does he routinely do this? Does every time he gets a speeding ticket, he goes, speeding ticket. I don't do speeding tickets. I'll pull out the Sun story.
Yeah, watch this.
Here goes nothing. But this is like when you see a 99-year-old man as a greeter at Walmart. People go, oh, how sweet is that? And I'm like, homeboy, if he's still having to work because he has to pay bills, that's not sweet. That shows you that we've got some problems, that people are still working. If he wants to
I don't
work...
think that's usually the case. I think they usually want to. They like the interaction.
They do, but sometimes you got somebody who's like, I still got to keep money coming in. I got to, pay for my medications and stuff. I'm like, I don't know. I wish there was a way that this guy didn't have to do all these things. Plus, I know if this man pulled out in front of me in traffic, I would be yelling some really offensive things at him because he just looks like a bad driver.
if you just slam on the horn, I feel like it would scare him.
He kind of looks like an older David Lynch.
Ghost would escape this man if you hit the horn too hard. He's up there.
Thanks, George.
When we come back, we're going to get to your dispatches. Let us know what you think about that story. And also, there's a big change in the workforce that's about to happen. I don't know why, but this is pretty crazy. You got to hear this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is The Jim Colbert Show.
Later today on The Jim Colbert Show, we have passes to MegaCon at the Orange County Convention Center happening February 1st through the 4th. These passes could be yours if you win JCS Trivia this week. Join us.
The Jim Colbert Show. Today at 3 p.m. on Real Radio 104.1.
There's a bit of commotion due to accidents in the area. Travel with caution. 2 right lanes are blocked on Colonial Drive westbound at the Greenway. On State Road 44, authorities are clearing up that accident eastbound at Kepler Road. The right turn lane is blocked, and the shoulder is blocked on the Greenway northbound at University Boulevard. Expect delays there. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Direct Auto. Direct Auto Insurance is for uncompromisers. With a super low down payment, you can stop compromising and keep driving. Get a free quote at directauto.com. Down payments vary, does not mean savings. How you buy can affect price. National General Group, Winston-Salem.
When you call me for an injury case, you don't pay a dime unless we win. The call and the advice are always free. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorneys.
The number one cause of accidents is distracted driving, like cell phones, eating, and playing with the radio. So leave it right here on Real Radio. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com. Mo DeWitt, Orlando's injury attorney.
A Fifth Third Better means we put in 166.7%.
What does that mean?
Well, at Fifth Third Bank, our name equals 166.7%. So that's how hard we work. That means free checking, no hidden fees, and helping to protect your identity.
Explain it in baseball terms?
It's a home run.
Basketball terms?
It's a slam dunk.
Football.
Touchdown.
Highlight?
Buzzball.
Cricket.
Golden duck.
Wow. Guess that really is a Fifth Third Better.
That's what a Fifth Third Better means. This is banking a Fifth Third Better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Very local. Powered by Wesh 2. Local news.
Breaking news this morning.
Original series and specials.
I can't wait to go check it out. Come with me.
24/7 TV made just for you.
How awesome is this?
Download the free Very Local app now.
Sunshine came softly through my window today.
Florida truly is the Sunshine State, and it shows in everything we grow.
Hey everyone, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. You know what? Let's get heart smart in 2024. Early detection is the key to maintaining a healthy heart. Everybody knows that. And in 2024, make it your resolution to proactively scan before there are symptoms. Early detection is key to a longer and healthier life. The testimonials I hear coming out of Life Imaging FLA and the ones I've personally experienced are mind-boggling. And these guys have been doing this in South Florida for many years. Let them help you make sure you are going to be around as long as possible. And remember, guys, You don't have to take your clothes off. There's no pain involved, no dyes injected. The entire thing only takes a few minutes. Do what I did. Call Life Imaging FLA. Get that free heart scan. Again, just a few minimum requirements, a $699 value. From your cell phone, call pound 250 and say the keyword free heart scan. That's pound 250. Just say the keyword free heart scan and you'll be connected in seconds. And while you're there, be sure to ask about their cancer screening as well. It's better to know now before it's too late. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia.
Hi, my name's Tim Forehand. I'm a deputy sheriff. In my job, keeping me in shape is important. I've tried other products to get my weight down, but nothing has worked like Android 400. In just 3 months, I've dropped 51 pounds, down from 230 to 179. Plus, the weight's come off in the stomach area. I've gone from a snug 36-inch waist to a 32-inch waist, which I was in high school. I highly recommend the Android 400 to all my friends.
Guys, are you frustrated because no matter how hard you try, it seems impossible to lose stubborn belly fat? Then discover why thousands of men each month rely on Andro 400. Lose belly fat, gain energy and confidence, and feel great about yourself. Andro 400, the safe, effective, and inexpensive way to boost your testosterone. Go to andro400.com or call 888-400-0435.
We all make resolutions this time of year, and let's face it, most of them won't stick. But here's one that's not only easy to keep, but will help you feel healthier all year long. Navage. Navage provides quick, drug-free nasal relief by washing saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out of the other nostril. This time of year, when everyone is sick, Navage helps by sucking out germs, bacteria, and viruses trapped in our noses that cause us to feel miserable. And come allergy season, it does the same with dust, pollen, and other allergens. And unlike medications that can take time to help, if they're effective at all, Navage helps treat congestion symptoms in seconds flat, without drugs. This New Year's, resolve to use drug-free Navage to help you breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier all year long. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, healthy life.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Just dial pound law. That's all. Morgan & Morgan, America, and now the universe's largest injury law firm.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Go to hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to hims.com/joy. That's HIMS.com/JOY.
This earful of Rail Radio is sponsored by RC Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like Deep Cuts. Featuring deep album tracks from iconic artists like the Beatles, Led Zeppelin, Pink Floyd, The Who, The Stones, and more. Try something new for 2024. Just open the free iHeartRadio app, search Deep Cuts, and listen now. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Pay. P-A-Y. Pay. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
On a constant quest to stay calm, like that bear in the hammock.
Today over at thenewsjunkie.com, so thank you for that. And quick question for everybody. When was the first time that you had a full-time job? Do you remember what age you were when you had your first full-time job?
I do, yeah. I was 16.
Full-time.
All right.
Full time? Yeah.
You're six
full time. No.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like a full-time job, like a 40 hours a week style thing.
That is
I
2013.
think this was my first full-time job.
Oh, really? This is your first full-time job?
That sounds a little
Kind of. I
condescending.
mean, I played music, and that was my only way of making a living for a long time. So
yeah,
I did like 6 nights a week. Sometimes I would double up days, but I never really considered it a full-time job. It was just like a gig every night, sometimes 2 in a day.
Yeah, you're different because you were a musician making money that way. And I think most people, they start with their first full-time job depending on what happens after high school. If they go to college, obviously that sets you on a different trajectory. Or you go, I'm going to start working, and you'll be 19, 20. Usually between like 19 and 22 or 23, people get their first full-time job. The reason why I asked this question, and I ask this to you right now, is because there's a new bill that they're trying to pass. This is actually in the state of Florida. I don't know how this works for the other states where we're on, but in the state of Florida, HB 49 would allow 16 and 17-year-old kids to work full-time instead of going to school. And Instead of, yeah. They could go to school or they could work full-time at 16 or 17, and they have to change the child labor laws to let them do this. And I'm trying to think, where does this apply? Like, who is this aimed at helping? Because where do I want 16 and 17-year-olds? I want them in school. Right. I want them in high school.
Yeah, I want them to have higher education.
Yes, because...
What if they're skipping school all the time or their school sucks?
They can still go to college, though. They shouldn't have to be or try... The thought of them getting a full-time job at that young of an age shouldn't even be on the table.
One of the biggest indicators of whether or not somebody is going to be successful in their life, and by successful, I mean they make a decent living, they have a job that they enjoy, they're just thriving in some way out in this difficult world of ours, is that person has, at the very least, a high school diploma or equivalent, right? I mean, if you don't have your high school diploma, the world is multiples harder. It is multiple times harder for you to navigate the world without that. So to go, well, if the 16-year-old, 17-year-old kids, if they want to go work full-time and bounce out of school because maybe it's not for them, I think you're straight up setting people up for failure.
Yeah.
I think that is not a good thing.
Was there not a program, though, in which it was like, I don't know, trade school is a weird way to put it, but I swear there was a program where kids were leaving school early and then going to work or be an apprentice and still getting their, I thought that was just for jail, but like that they were getting the education or their GED and their certificates, but still earning money.
But they're still in school when they're doing that. I know what you're talking about, and I think that's a fine plan.
And that usually goes towards credits anyway, right?
Yes, and that's fine. I mean, you're still enrolled
there was different
in school.
versions of that.
The problem that I see with this is if you just open this up to say you can hire 16 and 17-year-old kids full-time, you're going to encourage some high school kids who are having a tough time and not passing or just not trying at all to go, I'll just go out and work. I'll just get a full-time job right now. And that person's screwed for their entire life. They are screwed. If they are 16 and they start working in a job and they don't have a high school diploma and you're not making yourself more valuable to some kind of employer out there.
But then you have a resume that has that much experience already?
It doesn't matter. It's going to be experience almost in all cases on a real low-level job. Because what job are you getting full-time as a 16-year-old? You're going to work at maybe a grocery store,
fast food.
You're going to work at entry-level jobs, right? You're going to work at an entry-level job. The majority of these people will. And they'll be in that location for who knows how long. And the long-term prospects for you aren't fantastic. Oh, this is somebody nailing it. So somebody on chat says, Cosidius says it's on-the-job training. OJT is what they used to call it. That's when you go to school and then you go to work afterwards, which is cool and fine. And getting into the trades is great for some people. I love that kind of stuff. But what's bad is if we have a crumbling system in our schools in the United States of America right now. We are lowering the bar for success to pretend like our graduation rates have skyrocketed and we've done something good. We have schools where there's 30-40% of the student body that doesn't know how to read at a high school level. These are major problems. You don't be surprised when all of a sudden you see a spike in crime when you have an entire generation of people growing up and they don't know how to read. They still pass high school somehow, but they don't know how to read, and they don't have any skill set for getting a job out there and supporting a family and living their life. Don't be surprised when crime goes up. Don't be surprised when these kind of things happen, because we fail these people by doing this. And I think that's a huge problem that this could lead to a worsening of.
I also, are they doing this because of the aging workforce and they're trying to get younger blood in there?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you,
people are
Fritz.
working longer and longer nowadays.
I don't know exactly why, and I emailed yesterday one of the main people behind the bill, and I haven't gotten a response at all.
Probably
out of
working.
them. Because I want to say, hey, what's this for? What are you doing here for? I've seen some people chime in. Kevin Steele, who's a Republican representative, says, we've been weakening our society since before my time. I started working at 13 years old, a full-time job. I wrestled. He's lying, by the way. I played every sport you can imagine. So the idea they can't afford to have these kids do this is an anomaly for me in my mind.
Buddy, I can imagine some pretty crazy sports. I know you didn't play them.
If there's an issue with inflation, we should address that with the federal government, not the state of Florida. So I appreciate you running this bill. You guys continue doing the great work and help change our youth out there, and have them start working full time. So it brings me back again to who you're targeting. This guy who's saying he was 13 years old with a full-time job is full of it.
Yeah,
this is a back in my day kind of exaggeration. It's just not possible if you're still going to school.
And working 40 hours a week.
Right. No. Yeah. And unless you're encouraging kids, like teenagers, to just drop out of school and get a job because you think that's going to make them tougher or something, that's stupid. We should encourage everybody to get a high school diploma. Everybody to get a high school diploma, and then take a moment, take a beat in your life, and figure out what's next for you. Are you somebody who will excel in the trades? Then you go off to the trades. Don't worry about college. That's going to be a waste of time and a huge waste of money for you if that's what your future holds. If you're somebody who's going to go into finance or something else that requires you have higher education beyond that, then pursue your college career after your high school and move on with your life. But every single kid needs to be on a path that makes sense. And allowing an off-ramp before this where you go, hey, the kid who's kind of struggling and he's 16 years old and he could either go two paths. One, he straightens things up, or two, he goes on a bad path. You go, even before that, let's let him drop out and get a full-time job. And that makes him tough. I don't think that makes him tough. I think it makes him dumb. I think.
Put the, other situation where you're going to an F school and you are not getting the education. You're still in high school. But, it's there are terrible schools in this country. And if you have the opportunity to do something else and make a living and put food on the table for your family, because that's the only way to do it, then I'm not going to disagree with someone trying to do that. The truth of the matter is you could still go to high school, quote unquote, and get a diploma, quote unquote, and end up in the streets.
Yeah, but this is going to make you far more likely to end up there if you've got nothing.
If you have a full-time job.
A full-time job doing what? It's going to be an entry-level job. It's going to be something that's not going to be able to support you down the road. You're supposed to get the skills, make yourself valuable enough so that you can get beyond that in your career, have a further out there trajectory.
There's no 11th graders that are cutting out of school early to go be a full-time financial systems analyst.
I wouldn't think so.
Okay, but there are people who make a living if they start at fast food at 17 years old. By the time that they're 21, 22, they're managers and they're making salary.
That can happen. That can happen. But imagine the place is full of these teenagers. There's only one person that works out for because of the limited opportunities that you have in front of you. That's why it's important people seek this stuff out. We're way late for a break. We're going to take a quick break. Want to hear what you think about this? Do you think this is good or bad? Who is this for? Let us know. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and send us a dispatch now. Jury duty coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This is Katina Mobley. This is what's trending from iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
Florida State's full football schedule will be released today with the rest of the ACC slate. Knowles will kick off the season Labor Day against Boston College. To college hoops action tonight. Florida entertains Mississippi State, searching for a second straight win. Gators took down Missouri this past weekend. And the 49ers and Lions will fight it out for the NFC title Sunday. And DraftKings line favors San Francisco there by 7 points. I'm Scott Davidson.
The fully electric EQS sedan from Mercedes-Benz is innovation on a magnificent scale. Available with the epic 56-inch touch-sensitive hype screen. The vehicle is all electric. The feeling is all Mercedes. Learn more at mbusa.com/EQS.
This isn't a date.
Everybody's feeling that instant connection.
I'm a cop, you're a criminal. That's all we need to know about each other.
Still my heart. With Wild Cards. It's the CW's new hit series critics are calling an extremely enjoyable time. Crazy and fun. Vanessa Morgan is laugh-out-loud funny and monumentally charming. Now that we're partners,
can I at least put the siren thingy on the roof of the car?
No.
Wild Cards. Don't miss an all-new episode tonight on the CW.
Tonight, beginning at 8, only on CW18.
From sunrise to sunset, West 2 News on CW18 has you covered. Mornings from 7 to 10. Start your day with Central Florida's most accurate forecast from First Warning meteorologist Kelly Ann Klass.
You'll always have a clear view of what's ahead.
Then tonight at 10, get caught up and know what's happening now with Stuart, Michelle, Tony, and Darren.
It's all in a day's work, and our work never stops.
AM or PM, West 2 News on CW18 has you covered.
There's no better time than the new year to help protect your identity and finances. LifeLock detects potential threats to your identity that you may miss on your own. If you do become a victim, a U.S.-based LifeLock restoration specialist will work to fix it. LifeLock is the New Year's resolution that's easy to keep. Save 25% off your first year. Call 1-800-LifeLock or go to lifelock.com. Promo code CLAY to save 25%. That's lifelock.com, promo code CLAY.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same, but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online? Go to hims.com/joy. Through Hims, you'll get a free medical consultation, discreet shipping if prescribed, and the process is 100% online. To start your free online visit, go to hims.com/joy. That's HIMS.com/JOY.
Orlando, get ready for the U.S. Olympic Marathon Trials on Saturday, February 3rd at 8 a.m. Join us in downtown Orlando at the Dr. Phillips Center for the ultimate free Fan Fest experience. Join your fellow Team USA fans, food trucks, live music, and vendors. And don't miss the live view of the runners as they race towards their Olympic dreams from 4 different fan zones downtown. Bring your friends, family, and come experience the thrill of the U.S. Olympic Marathon Trials on February 3rd. Starting at 8 a.m. Visit Orlando2024trials.com.
Hey, what's good, guys? This is Angel from the Monsters. You guys know I love to cook on my Big Green Egg. Why? It's impressive, and everything turns out great on the Big Green Egg. If you don't have one, you got to go to Wassy's Meat Market and get a Big Green Egg. They have the lowest prices in the country. They also have all the accessories, everything that you need. They have the classroom set up so you can teach you the basic techniques on the Big Green Egg and advanced techniques on the Big Green Egg as well. When you get the Big Green Egg from Wassy's Meat Market, there's a lifetime guarantee, so check them out. It's Wassy's Meat Market. Check them on Instagram or go to their website, wassysmeatmarket.com in Melbourne on Wickham Road. It's Wassy's Meat Market.
It's 2024. Do you honestly think the government is looking out for you? Do they have your back? We have political chaos, global wars, no border protection, and our leadership telling you about pronouns and electric cars. It's time to take a hard look at protecting yourself and your family. It's time to visit the Oxford Gold Group. Call the Oxford Gold Group at 833-995-GOLD and order the investment guide or make a purchase of precious metals and get up to $2,500 in free gold. 833-995-GOLD.
Can't wait weeks for your tax refund? Then don't. At Jackson Hewitt, get money today if you're approved for a no-fee refund advance loan on a prepaid card. Book today at jacksonhewitt.com. No-fee refund advance offered to eligible clients. Application required. Loans by Republic Bank. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by justcallmo.com.
Injured on the go? Justcallmo.com.
You're listening to Real Radio 104.1. Online at realradio.fm. On your phone with the free iHeartRadio app. And on hundreds of devices like Alexa, Google Home, Xbox, and Sonos. We are an iHeartRadio station. The game of magnets. Taking over the world one terrible person at a time.
get so hung up in something that it's starting to grab my attention. I see a lot of responses to stories we do, and I go, oh, man, you're swayed more by anecdotes than anything else, or your own lived experiences. And somebody's saying about this high school story we were talking about, where the Republicans in Florida are trying to push forward a thing where 16 and 17-year-old kids can get full-time jobs. And Eli on YouTube, as an example, says, we don't even need a high school diploma. Never once had I had to show the high school diploma to anybody or prove that I had one, he said. You might not have had to do that in your life. You might, like Invisible Man, have said, I don't need a diploma to get a CDL license to be a driver. But you're talking about your anecdotal experience. You're talking about your lived life. I'm talking about for society as a whole, right? And when you look at what happens when a kid doesn't get a high school diploma, it is bad. It is leads to, I'm looking at Save Our Schools, and they say, dropping out of high school limits future education and job opportunities, obviously. It leads to lower lifetime earnings and increases the likelihood of poverty and even health problems in the research that they've done. It says statistics show the job market offers limited options for those who haven't completed high school. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, individuals without a high school diploma have higher unemployment rates compared to those who have graduated. Obviously, they're more valuable in the job market because almost every job says, at the very least, that it requires a high school diploma. There are jobs out there that you look and it's like $16, $17 an hour, and it says requires at least 4 years of college.
Yeah, BA.
You're like, wait
get
a second.
out of here.
Hang on.
I hate that.
This is necessary? What the hell? But that's just the way it is. And you can't try to get kids ready for the job market that you're dreaming up in your head. You have to get kids ready for the job market that actually exists in real life. Many employers require a high school diploma as a minimum educational requirement, even for entry-level positions. This is because a diploma demonstrates a certain level of knowledge and skills that are essential in today's competitive job market. It says continuing education is more difficult, even if you get a GED. Lifetime earnings are reduced. The median weekly earnings for somebody who has a high school diploma is $746. Medium weekly earnings for somebody who doesn't, $591. That's a big drop, $746 to $591 each week because you don't have a high school diploma. Poverty rates among these folks, it's no surprise that they're higher. They said you got increased health risks even because of things that this leads to down the road. One of the most notable effects of not graduating high school is the increased risk of experiencing various health problems. Studies have found that individuals without a high school diploma are more likely to suffer from chronic illnesses such as heart disease, diabetes, and obesity. So obviously all of this is bad. Higher rates of incarceration, more people in prison who don't have high school diplomas. All of these things are bad. That's why when they say we want to give the 16 and 17-year-olds an option so that they can go work full-time if they want to, this is why we have the laws the way we do. Everything that we do should be to help out the most people possible. And this is not going to do that. This is bad. We need to encourage kids to get educated, at least through their high school years. We need to encourage kids to figure out what they want to do in their lives. We need to encourage them to understand what being an adult is all about. We need to encourage them these things. But when we say, hey, let's have an off-ramp for 16 and 17-year-old kids to go into the workforce full time and get out of school.
Especially kids who want an excuse to get out of school anyway.
Right. Yeah, they're going to get stuck in a rut. And I'm not talking about all of them, but a lot of them will. They'll get stuck in a rut. This will lead to bad outcomes. Politicians should be avoiding stuff like that. We'll get to your thoughts on this in just a moment. But right now, let's do it. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention. Before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass, you're now on jury duty with the news junkie.
Get that child labor going out there. Okay, jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitts of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go, just call Mo. 866-CALL-MO, 866-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. There are a lot of options when it comes to getting an attorney after you get into an accident, but you should take care of yourself. I say Moses DeWitt is the way to go, and I've sent so many people his way, and afterwards they've been really, really excited about the process that they went through.
Nice
I
guy.
think you deserve that and more. And Mo is really, really good at doing it for you. So justcallmo.com or 866-CALL-MO. A Missouri man is in a little bit of trouble, a wee bit of trouble, you might say, Why? Well, his 3 friends were found dead in his backyard.
Oh, the Frensicles.
Oh, the football party.
Yep, there was a football party at this place. You saw this story, C-Lane?
Yeah.
I sent it to the group chat.
Oh, I didn't even see it. When did you send it?
I don't know. I think like a week ago, maybe.
Sorry, I did not mean to miss this one.
No
the one
worries.
I'm seeing is from January 23rd, so this is late yesterday. And it says the man said he did not know of the deaths of his friends until days later.
Baloney.
Kansas City police say they discovered the men after a woman went searching for her fiance. The woman called police, reporting a body outside of a Kansas City home. Boy, I think if there were some dead bodies in the backyard, I might know about that.
Yeah, especially if those dead bodies are the 3 friends you had over to watch football.
Yeah, you might notice that they were gone. They were on the back porch, and they said there was 2 more bodies in the backyard, 1 body on the back porch. Police identified the victims, and they said the homeowner was close friends with the 3 men and had nothing to do with their deaths, according to the attorney.
That makes 0 sense to me.
He had no knowledge that they remained in his backyard or that they needed medical attention. The man,
Well, I mean, it was pretty cold out, right?
Yeah,
this is Missouri, so it must have been at least a little frosty.
All 3 of them? Like,
Yeah.
what are the odds of that?
And they all froze to death? I mean, if they were really drunk, I don't know.
It says they froze to death. I don't know if that's true, but it says the man's family previously said he was told that his friends froze to death.
What if the homeowner was also blackout drunk? I don't know.
The thing that gets me is just that you didn't notice for days later.
Yeah, days later. It's crazy.
Like, a couple of days go by and you go, well, where are the
friends? All 3 of them.
I probably should check in on them. That seems like a good idea, doesn't it?
And then you have a
Well, I looked out the window and they're still watching TV, so I just kind of left them out there.
All right, let's go over to you. Let's see what you got going on. And the dispatches are right here, including this one. Here's Sofa King with a dispatch. This says GED.
Yeah, but Sean, you got to remember, the more GEDs, the more Republican votes.
Thank you for solving nothing, sir. Mindwave says full-time high school work.
Hey, Sean. Hey. Mindwave here. Give you some perspective. Graduated high school in 1982. Yeah. Started working in 1979, my freshman year.
All right.
With a full-time job. I worked late in the afternoon until early in the night. Usually got off between 10 and 11.
Mm-hmm.
Went to school, was not a straight A high school student, but I had a lot of fun. Was never planning to go to college. Had a full-time job throughout high school that always paid
Look at me go.
least more than twice minimum wage. I was a very, very ambitious employee. When I got out of high school, my plan was to attend a VOTEC school for a year and a half, 2 years, and then jump out into the workforce. Got to the VOTEC school, they were full. Dad looked at me and said, well, son, you can get a job or you can go to college. I'd been working for 4 years. I was burned out. I was ready to take some time off. So I signed up, went to UF for my freshman year.
How dare you? Thank you for your story, sir. I'm sure it was really interesting, or sorry for your loss. Either one. I don't really know. You lost me somewhere in the middle of that.
It's like a congratulations, I'm sorry. I don't know what to do.
See which says, I'm mostly self-educated, and I can assure you I'm not the only person who did this and succeeded. That is great for you. That is great for you. And she also says, I dropped out and took the GED and never regretted it once.
Also
I raised
spelled
3
succeeded
kids.
with an X.
I work full-time. I have a good job. And again, no regrets at all. That is good. That is great for you. But this is also this idea, like, just pull yourself up by the bootstraps.
Yep.
It's great that you could do that. You know, I did that. I went and I got my high school diploma after dropping out within a month, not even a month, a week. Sitting around, I said, I got to go do something about this. I've been driven my whole life. I've had this in my blood just to want to work and want to succeed and put a lot into things. But not everybody is, number one. And number two, we don't want to leave these people behind because you go, I could have done it. Well, there's a lot of people who aren't as driven or talented or skilled or smart or whatever as you are. And those are the people who are going to fall right in that trap. And they're going to be 16 and get a job and start working, and they will never advance. Mark my words, they will never advance from that position. So many of them will get stuck in that rut right there, and that is where they're going to end up for the rest of their life. They won't be able to get as far as they could have if they would have gone just 2 more years through high school, focused down learned a little bit more, and got that high school diploma. Whether you think that's dumb or not, we can see from the numbers and all the research that it's a hugely important thing to success for kids in America. All right, we want to hear from you. Those dispatches are coming up. John Daly, I love him when he pops into the news. The fun golfer, John Daly, back in the headlines. What happened with him? Wait till you hear this. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
The Chiefs face the Ravens, and then the Lions take on the 49ers. Hear the games here. Coverage starts at 2 p.m. this Sunday on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's a bunch of accidents to watch out for this afternoon. Colonial Drive westbound at the Greenway. State Road 436 southbound at Lake Howell Road. The right lane is blocked. Bumper-to-bumper traffic due to an accident on I-4 westbound between I-95 and US 92. 2 left lanes are blocked. And in Volusia County, authorities are clearing up an accident on State Road 44 eastbound at Kepler Road. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Jackson Hewitt Tax Services, home of the Money Today guarantee. Can't wait weeks for your tax refund? Then don't. At Jackson Hewitt, get money today if you're approved for a no-fee refund advance loan on a prepaid card. Book today at jacksonhewitt.com. No-fee refund advance offered to eligible clients. Application required. Loans by Republic Bank. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com.
Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
There's no better time than the new year to help protect your identity and finances. LifeLock detects potential threats to your identity that you may miss on your own. If you do become a victim, a U.S.-based LifeLock restoration specialist will work to fix it. LifeLock is the New Year's resolution that's easy to keep. Save 25% off your first year. Call 1-800-LifeLock or go to lifelock.com. Promo code CLAY to save 25%. That's lifelock.com. Promo code CLAY.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks Vapors in an easy-to-apply stick. And it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick. Soothing comfort for the whole family. And when you need more comfort for yourself, try Vicks Vapo Shower for steamy Vicks Vapors. Use as directed. Vapo Stick for use ages 4 and up. Vapo Shower use for adults only.
Hey, it's Russ Rollins. Need your carpets and tile looking great without sticky, soapy chemical residue left behind? Zero Res will clean your carpets the right way. This month, they're offering 20% off all their carpet and upholstery cleaning. That's OrlandoZeroRes.com. Zero Res, spelled forwards or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Hosting big parties often calls for making tough, last-minute decisions, but planning the perfect meal shouldn't be one of them. Let the Fresh from Florida Club help. As a member, you can browse hundreds of recipes, each with local, in-season ingredients. That means you can create and save the perfect menu well ahead of time, so you can sit back and enjoy the party. Join the free Fresh from Florida Club at freshfromflorida.com. It could be the easiest decision you'll make all year.
It's hot. We all know that. Have you noticed your power bill is skyrocketing? The current cost of energy is the highest it's ever been, and it's probably going to just keep getting higher. Solar Source can change that for you. I recently took the plunge with Solar Source with my pool heater, and man, it's been a game changer. I love working with Solar Source. Solar Source has nearly 40 years in the business. They bring the power of the sun to over 6,000 Central Florida homes since 1984. Mine and my mom's and my sister's included. Solar Source makes it easy with a free estimate. Monster listeners, they have an online tool that lets you get your own solar estimate in just 30 seconds. No pressure, no salesman, just the facts. You can harness your own power and stop wasting thousands of dollars every year renting your electricity at higher and higher prices. Visit solarsource.com/monsters and see how easy it is to get your instant hassle-free quote. Solar Source, the most trusted name in solar. solarsource.com/monsters.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Take your Valentine's experience to a whole new level this year with jewelry, flowers, candy, dinner, and a flyaway romantic getaway. All courtesy of International Diamond Center. Nothing says I love you like romantic jewelry from IDC. From a simple pendant to an exquisite designer ring, we've got a fantastic selection of affordable, timeless gifts. And this year, with any jewelry purchase at IDC of $129 $99 or more, we're giving you some long stem roses, some delicious chocolates, and a gift card for dinner from Vito's or Fishbones. It's one-stop shopping for all things romantic. And if you really want to take it up a notch, we're also giving away island getaways. Just spend $5,000 on jewelry and you'll get a $500 Caribbean vacation. Spend $10,000 on our jewelry and get 3 nights, including airfare at a tropical resort. On us. Make this Valentine's one to remember. Let IDC help you with your jewelry, flowers, chocolates, dinner, and a romantic vacation. We've got it all. Happy Valentine's from International Diamond Center. 4 Orlando locations. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
At Mayo Clinic in Florida, we're conquering the unconquerable. Using artificial intelligence and data, our experts can create a personalized gene roadmap just for you, customizing your cancer treatment, giving your body exactly what it needs to fight the disease. We're making more possible at Mayo Clinic, because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic. You know where to go.
Injured? Hire America's largest injury firm, Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Broadcasting live from the injury law firm of Kaufman and Lind Studios. Why Kaufman and Lind? Because you deserve better. Contact them at whenyounneedus.com or dial #546 on your cell phone. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. Listen on your free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, money. MONEY, money. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
No one's really sure what all C-Lane's buttons actually do. This is the news.
With John Daly, I think he's the most fun golfer who's out there in the PGA world. He used to like smoke and drink while he was wandering around the course. He was all party, had that great mullet, man. Oh, he was a good time. Still is. So we'll see what he's doing in just a moment. But this is a nightmare scenario right here. A lot of people sent this over to tips@thenewsjunkie.com, and they say an American Airlines flight was reportedly delayed after the plane ran into an unexpected problem. There was an excessively gassy passenger who was so bad that they had to be removed from the flight.
Oh, pardon.
They had to take them off, which would be nightmarish if you were the person, too, because it might not have been their fault. They said, this was written about online, I was seated near the row where this situation occurred. While the airplane was still at the gate, they said they saw an audibly disgruntled, maybe hungover man. He reportedly exclaimed, "You thought that was rude? Well, how about this?" and proceeded to loudly pass gas on the flight. Who is this guy? It said, the man who just purposely farted moments ago decides to loudly and condescendingly say, "Yeah, everybody, let's just eat the smelliest food possible at the same time, blah, blah, blah. If you don't like it, you could fly private," he said. So he did it and then started screaming at people on the flight.
So what? It's a fart. Come on, man.
They kicked him off. And they said American Airlines had to turn around and let him back off so the police could talk to him.
I mean, what a day and age. Remember when maybe we didn't necessarily, but going on a flight was like, a privilege, and everyone was very nice to each other, and you dressed up nicely. And now it's like, ever since 2016, we just have continued every single week, multiple times a week, unruly passengers.
I think one of the things that happened, you got a couple of things that lead to a very, very bad flight experience these days. Here's thing number one. I think that people decided that they wanted to be comfortable more often. And they said, like, wearing suits, dressing up, wearing ties, that seems miserable. Nobody wants to do that. I can get on board with that. I don't want to wear a suit. Could you imagine if they made us wear, like, dress stuff for work?
That would suck.
Ew.
Unless it was assless chaps. I would be on board with that.
I could do that, but the idea that, like, if we had a uniform for iHeartRadio, like wear a little uniform each day and stuff, no, that sounds miserable. So I get that, but I think we just leaned into the comfortable life, and the next thing you know, coming down the aisle of the plane is that dude who's wearing sweatpants and Crocs.
Okay, but they were still able to, with their nasty sweatpants and Crocs, sit and not have a plane diverted or emergency land because they're screaming obscenities or getting in a fight with somebody.
Right.
Or saying, I'm telling you guys now, he's not real. Like,
that.
Snapped at everybody?
That's the secondary problem. And you guys might totally disagree with me, Sealand. I heard you just about to talk. Tell me if you think this is right or wrong. I think the secondary problem
That's the only way you can talk, Sealand.
There's a problem of over-serving at airport bars.
Oh. Yes.
That's what I think is going on here. I think we got some airport bars where they're putting back drinks. They go, I never have to see this guy again. So I don't have to get on a flight with him in 5 minutes. I'm going to let him finish all these drinks, and I'm going to get a big fat tip out of it and send him off into the world.
The three of us have drank a whole bunch before flights and never found ourselves in that, not even close to that situation.
Yeah, I've overserved myself before the flight.
We're bad examples. All of us, all four of us are bad examples of this.
No, that's true, yeah.
I'm saying we know how to drink. We know how to hold our liquor. But let's say there's somebody who's a little nervous about flying. They don't drink that much. They go see the bar.
Yeah.
They're not used to having 6 drinks like we might be. And they go for it, and then they get on the plane and like, whoa!
But what kept that from being a problem before? Like when it was a privilege and everybody dressed up to fly, nobody was being overserved?
I don't know. We have to find out another thing, too. Is it that it's happening more, or is it that everybody has cameras so we hear about everything now? I don't know what the answer is.
That's a good point.
In this situation, unfortunately, because one of the first things I was going to ask, because of what the guy was saying in the story, I was like, I want to see the video of this guy, being arrogant. My other question is, while it is American Airlines' right to turn the plane around and get him off of it, they're like, he's going to go talk to the police.
About what?
What did he do that was illegal?
He farted. I mean, I don't know.
Buddy, if there is an illegal fart, I've had one.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I don't.
There's
I've
something
not
about
read the law book.
planes that make you fart a lot, right? Like that altitude. I don't know about you guys, but there's a certain altitude or moment after leaving Boston a couple of years ago, it's like, I'm not okay.
Yes, I know what you're talking about. There's pressure, and I get that, but I think this guy was still on the
camera
ground.
off of me after that.
You don't want to talk about that more?
I mean, everyone farts, but yeah, I mean, it's just, it does happen. I feel like there is something about farting on planes, but the way that this man did it was clearly malicious fart distribution.
If you've flown more than one time, then you've probably been on a flight where there was a situation similar to this. It happens a lot. It's a frequent occurrence. But that's different than the overall airline freak out. And to Sealane's point, it's like, why is this happening more now? I really would have to see, like, do we have from the FAA how many incidents on flights we've had? And can we compare that to, like, the 80s or the 90s to see if things really have gotten worse, or if before the guy would have farted on the plane, he would have got kicked off, and we would have never heard about it again because social media didn't exist. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that could be maybe something that's hanging up here, but I'm not sure. Meanwhile, John Daly, the golfer, the fun one, he was absolutely blitzed recently, and he decided to go to Kid Rock's bar in Nashville.
All right. Swing around your
Second time this week.
I am not going to Kid Rock's bar ever. I'm never going to go there after the colostomy bag story. That's one. Zealand, you didn't have a weird experience there, did you? You just happened to have gone there.
No, he had a great time there, actually.
I don't know if but you didn't. You just were there before or after something happened, right?
I was there the week before he showed up.
And had like a meltdown, right?
Yeah.
They said that he showed up, John Daly did, at Kid Rock's bar and started singing Bob Dylan's Knocking on Heaven's Door. And
please tell me there's a video.
I've seen, I don't have it with me in front of me, but he's hammered singing this song.
And this John Daly has been drinking this heavily for decades now, right? Like,
yeah, he's in his 70s now, probably.
And everyone's just like, John's at it again. And everyone said, like, you've got a serious drinking problem.
He's only 57. He looks much older, doesn't he?
Everybody says he's the fun guy doing the fun thing. For those of you who haven't seen him before, this is now he's got a great beard and stuff.
Whoa.
Very Santa-ish. He's the only one out there who's got this big old belly. He's something else, man. And over the years, he just turned into this character. And if he wasn't drinking and partying, I don't know if people would really connect with him. I don't know if people would know him as well as they do now.
Is he a good golfer or no?
You know what? I don't even know, Fritz.
There was, according to YouTube, that one time he beat Tiger Woods drunk.
Oh, all right.
So it's his thing.
Well, but has he won a PGA event in, say, the last 10 years?
Oh, last 10 years, I don't know. But, I mean, in his career, he's had 5 PGA Tour wins.
That's good.
3 in the European, 1 Asian, 2 Sunshine, 1 Corn Ferry with a K.
Love that one.
Corn Ferry.
Yeah, he's got a bunch of them.
All right, so he knows how to play. He knows what he's doing out there. He's making some money, I guess. Let's go over to you. Let's see what you got going on. People are talking about John Daly with dispatches, just like this one. Here's that tie-dye chick.
Hey, good day, everybody. My favorite John Daly quote is when he said, nicotine plus caffeine equals protein.
I don't know if that's true health-wise.
There are other quotes that we can use.
That's all we got so far. Here's Decon talking about 16-year-olds in the workforce.
Yeah, this whole concept is really interesting to me. I'm surprised society's allowing these individuals who are 16 or 17 years old to make these life-altering decisions. You know, I can think of, lesser things that they aren't allowed to make decisions on. For them to be able to just drop out of school and then take on a full-time job is just not realistic.
Thank you.
Also, 16 and 17-year-olds, not a lot of life experience, and I can imagine that being translated into horrible quality work for whoever's going to hire these individuals. It just doesn't seem like a well thought out plan.
No.
Definitely something that needs to get voted down.
All right, thank you, Decon.
You know, I do want to see a 15-year-old make a house, though. I want to see how good that house is.
I want a 15-year-old to do my taxes.
Yeah.
I'm not going to sign up for that myself, but
and that's why you're so far behind on your taxes, Sean Wasson.
No. I'm all good on my taxes, thank God. But I don't want a 16-year-old doing much of anything that could be endangering anybody. I know what it's like to be 16 and 17 and have a job. I had a job when I was a teenager. It wasn't a full-time job, obviously. Teenagers getting jobs, don't get me mixed up on this, is a good thing, right? Like all of us were saying we were working to some level when we were a teenager, and that's good. Build a work ethic, get out there, learn the value of money. Anything else in your life that kicked you in the ass? Like the time you got your first paycheck and you said, that's it?
Yeah.
I remember working at Papa John's at the time. And I was like, I want to put in as many days as I can. And I worked 5 days, 6 days each week. And I worked, 4 or 5 hours each time I came in there, the most I could, right? Being a part-time employee at this Papa John's. And I got that paycheck for 2 weeks. And I think it was $87 or something. It was like,
not even 100.
No, not even triple digits. After taxes, it was like very, very small. And I go, man. And after that, anytime I wanted something from my parents, and I'd go, oh, can I get this? It's 60, 70, 80 bucks, I think. For me, that would be 2 entire weeks of working to be able to afford this.
Which is insane. But, I guess a humbling experience. When I started at Cold Stone, it was like 2 weeks of training. Then you're going to follow this person, and you have to work, but they have all the tips because they're training you. And then we're also going to take off from your first paycheck the uniform that you are required to buy in order to work here.
Yep. Yeah, I used to nail you with that.
Tip, hooray.
And you get that first paycheck, and you go, this is it? Oh, man, everything is so much more expensive than I thought it was. I think for a long time, Dylan suffered from that. Because if he wanted something, I would try to get it for him. And if he needed help, I would help him out. And now he's been grinding out there, getting all these different jobs, one after another.
Oh, he's got a lady to pay for now.
He's
Future
got
wife.
that. He works at Balls. That's the name of the
Balls
location
pay
where
well.
he works at Balls, and they don't pay well.
No.
That's one of the problems.
They play balls.
suck.
And he's trying to figure out life, and that's what you do as somebody in your early 20s. But you're not going to be on the path to, when you're trying to figure out life like that, be in a line to make yourself as successful as possible if you ditch out too early. And 16-year-old kids, you're right, they shouldn't be making big decisions about the rest of their lives. They shouldn't, because they're not, even early 20s, my God. These folks, they still don't even know who they are or what the future holds for them. So I don't know. I think the best thing we could do for the most people is to keep teenagers in school, to make sure we're doing the best we can to educate them, to make sure as many of them could do simple things like read and write and, use technology, and make sure they get all the key things they need to know to be successful. The rest is on them. You take them out at 16, you don't get that. Here's Water Boys.
So my grandmother on my mother's side was an educator. She was highly educated. I think almost got to the doctorate level. I'm not sure. But anyway, she was a big proponent of education, and one time told me the world needs ditch diggers too.
Yeah.
So highly motivated people are going to do whatever they're going to do no matter what. And highly unmotivated people are going to do whatever they're going to do, no matter what you try to make them do. So, whatever. And here I am, ditch digging.
Whatever. All right, thank you.
Whatever, and here I am.
Ditch digging, yeah.
And earlier, Sean made the point where you were like, dropping out of school doesn't make you tough, it makes you stupid. I think it could still make you both. You could still be tough and stupid.
Well, to the point that Waterboys was making, and I absolutely fundamentally agree with this, you can't teach drive. You just can't do it. Either a person has drive or they do not. And if
a person does not have drive, there's no helping them?
I don't think so. Not in big ways. If somebody doesn't have the drive to be successful, can they still be successful? Yes, on accident, but the drive is the most important part. Show me somebody who's at the top of their industry, and I'll show you somebody who is incredibly driven. That's a person who's putting in more time than anybody else. They're really, really pushing it. What makes somebody immensely successful is a combination of drive, talent, and perseverance. And I know that sounds like old school, old man thing, but it just works. It's the stuff that makes things happen. If kids don't have that drive, I don't really think you can do much about it. I don't think you could put that in them. If you hire 20 kids to run a Taco Bell, only one of them is going to work long enough to be shift manager, and then work long enough to be the manager, and work the way up maybe to be like a district manager where you're actually making some decent money. And that's going to be, in most cases, the person who's got the most drive to do so. The other ones are just going to stay at the same job they started at. That sucks. One more for now. Here is Loose Neutral joining us.
What's up, guys?
There you are.
Hey, so my take on this is why are we injecting more people into the workforce when there's a shrinking demand, like AI and automation, and there's many other examples of why the demand for the workforce is shrinking.
Name them.
Seems counterintuitive to me.
I think you're looking a little too far down the road when you say AI. Like, I don't know how many jobs have already been replaced by AI, save for copywriters. There's a handful of things. Even coders, graphic designers. If I was a graphic designer, I'd be worried. Be a little bit worried with some of the technology that I'm seeing.
Yeah, that's pretty much done.
But it's still not there. Like the other day, Fritz, I go, we have our designer, Charlie, and he's done so many amazing designs for the show. He did the latest one for Just Okay 8 coming up on March 16th, friend. Make sure you save that day. And right before St. Patrick's Day, we're going to party together.
I can't make that, by the way.
Sorry.
Ooh, all right. Unrelated, need a drummer.
Yeah. So
get Coolio's drummer. We already paid him.
All right.
He ain't got anything to do.
No. When you look at this, what the hell was I talking about? I completely lost my
designer.
That's the word.
AI. Thank you, Fritz. I said, we need like a placeholder logo before Charlie gets back with the Just Okay 8 logo, which came out great. And I went to all these AI logo sites and I put in like, okay, it's an event called Just Okay 8. It's about this, this, and this, and this, and generate me all the logos. And it was the worst stuff I've ever seen in my life. Like there was nothing that I would ever even dream of using for the show. Is there a long-term problem with that? Yes, definitely. 100%. There's many things that are going to be replaced by technology, by robots. We're seeing that happen in real time. But the job market right now is flaming hot. Like there's a lot of job opportunities out there, and the unemployment rate is incredibly low. Both of those things are doing well, and I think that you can still be successful. You shouldn't really think about it like, the AIs are there, so let's put less effort into this and let's get less people into the workforce. The jobs are still out there. Quick break. When we come back, what do we got? There's somebody who wants a big change in a yearly tradition. We can't not stand for this. I can't have this happen if they buckle in and change. We'll also hear from more of you as we roll on a lovely Wednesday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733. From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traffic is slowing down on I-4 westbound between Sand Lake Road and Osceola Parkway, between World Drive and US 27. Authorities are clearing up an accident causing bumper-to-bumper traffic on I-4 westbound between I-95 and US 92. Two left lanes are blocked, and the right lane is blocked on State Road 436 southbound at Lake Howell Road. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Jackson Hewitt Tax Services, home of the Money Today guarantee. Can't wait weeks for your tax refund? Then don't. At Jackson Hewitt, get money today if you're approved for a no-fee refund advance loan on a prepaid card. Book today at jacksonhewitt.com. No-fee refund advance offered to eligible clients. Application required. Loans by Republic Bank. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
If you're in the market for your next lifted truck, Nations Trucks has 45 lifted trucks to choose from. They're on the lot right now, and they start at just $35,995. They've got everything from Chevy Z71s, Ford F-150 Super Cruise, and lifted Ram Sports. And if you got a few bumps on your credit, that is not a problem. Nations Trucks has 35 lenders, and they're ready to work with everyone. And with approved credit, you won't make any payments for 3 months. So what are you waiting for? Time to make the upgrade. Visit nationstrucks.com today, or just head on down and see them in Sanford, 1792, just 1 mile south of Lake Mary Boulevard. Let them know C-Lane from the News Junkie sent you.
Hey, it's RC Hill here from RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. My sales are frozen. So this month, I've cooked up the craziest icebreaker ever. Right now, I'm paying way over appraised value for any car. Plus, with my dealer next door credit approval process, you could skate home for just $8 down. But hurry, this deal will melt away fast. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. See details at rchill.com.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. I would like everybody to get heart smart for 2024. What does that mean? Life Imaging FLA can help you with that. Early detection is key to maintaining a healthy heart. In 2024, make it your resolution to get a scan before you have any symptoms. That's right. Early detection is incredible when it comes to heart disease and also cancer. It's a game changer in terms of treatment and outcomes. And so many people have been to Life Imaging FLA and found out they had heart blockage they didn't even know about. I found out I was clear and clean, which was great, and now I have peace of mind. Life Imaging FLA, you can get a free scan. All you got to do is pick up your phone, dial pound 250, and say the words free heart scan. There's a few minimum requirements, but this is a $699 value, and it really, really is worth it. So with your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the words free heart scan, and you can get connected with them in seconds, and you're going to receive an option to receive a one-time one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia. Get a scan if you can. Life Imaging FLA.
It's a no-pay new year at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. Buy a new Nissan and make no payments for 6 months. And no interest financing. That's 0%. Plus, shop the best selection of certified pre-owned Nissans at Sutherland Nissan Orlando. Click OrlandoNissan.com. Home of the lifetime warranty. See dealer for details.
A Fifth Third Better means we put in 166.7%.
What does that mean?
Well, at Fifth Third Bank, our name equals 166.7%. So that's how hard we work. That means free checking, no hidden fees, and helping to protect your identity.
Explain it in baseball terms?
It's a home run.
Basketball terms?
It's a slam dunk.
Football.
Touchdown.
Highlight?
Buzzball.
Cricket.
Golden duck.
Wow. Guess that really is a Fifth Third Better.
That's what a Fifth Third Better means. This is banking a Fifth Third Better. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
This is Jeff Kaufman from the Injury Law Firm of Kaufman & Lind in the Under Oath podcast. You listen to a lot of attorney commercials, normally concerning the qualifications of that firm, that they will fight for you, that they don't get paid unless you get paid. Instead of doing a commercial, I'm just going to give you some free advice. If you get into a car accident, make sure you receive medical treatment from a doctor within 14 days. If not, the insurance companies can hold you responsible for the first $10,000 of your medical treatment. It's not if, but when you get into an accident. I'm attorney Jeff Kaufman. Contact me at whenyouneedus.com or dial pound 546.
Attorney CPA Joe Cordell.
Business owners and professionals face special challenges in divorce court. They have to contend with allegations that they are earning more than they are, coupled with claims on their business or practice itself. Clients with assets depend on their divorce lawyer's skills in these matters.
Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's Orlando area attorneys. Office in Orlando. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only. CordellCordell.com.
Hey, what's good, guys? This is Angel from the Monsters. You guys know I love to cook on my Big Green Egg. Why? It's impressive, and everything turns out great on the Big Green Egg. If you don't have one, you got to go to Wassy's Meat Market and get a Big Green Egg. They have the lowest prices in the country. They also have all the accessories, everything that you need. They have the classroom set up so you can teach you the basic techniques on the Big Green Egg and advanced techniques on the Big Green Egg as well. When you get the Big Green Egg from Wassy's Meat Market, there's a lifetime guarantee, so check them out. It's Wassy's Meat Market. Check them on Instagram or go to their website, wassysmeatmarket.com in Melbourne on Wickham Road. It's Wassy's Meat Market.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In Office Orlando.
It's hot. We all know that. Have you noticed your power bill is skyrocketing? The current cost of energy is the highest it's ever been, and it's probably going to just keep getting higher. Solar Source can change that for you. I recently took the plunge with Solar Source with my pool heater, and man, it's been a game changer. I love working with Solar Source. Solar Source has nearly 40 years in the business. They bring the power of the sun to over 6,000 Central Florida homes since 1984. Mine and my mom's and my sister's included. Solar Source makes it easy with a free estimate. Monster listeners, they have an online tool that lets you get your own solar estimate in just 30 seconds. No pressure, no salesman, just the facts. You can harness your own power and stop wasting thousands of dollars every year renting your electricity at higher and higher prices. Visit solarsource.com/monsters and see how easy it is to get your instant hassle-free quote. Solar Source, the most trusted name in solar. solarsource.com/monsters.
Hey, my name's Jay Shetty, and I'm the host of On Purpose, the #1 health podcast in the world. Join me this week as I chat with Michelle Obama, a woman of immense strength and grace. Tune in as we navigate through the chapters of her life, uncovering the moments that have contributed to her inspiring story.
What keeps me up are the things that I know. The war in the regions. What is AI going to do?
Listen to On Purpose with Jay Shetty on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, money, MONEY, money. Enter it now on our website, realradio.fm. Good luck.
A safe haven of sorts for all of the 95%ers.
Robert.
All right, Molly!
Find out about the uncensored shows over at thenewsjunkie.com. Thanks, Molly. Appreciate you.
By the way, Sean, I'm still looking for my invitation. I'm just saying.
Yeah, anytime, buddy. We'd love to have you. I did want to tell you that commercial that keeps playing before the show, it might be playing in the market where you're listening right now. No, the one where the guy's interviewing Michelle Obama and she's worried about things, but it's like super generic what she's worried about.
I love the producers were like, she said AI. That's a trigger word.
Yeah, maybe I don't know if they use it because she goes, what keeps you up at night, Michelle Obama? And she goes, the war in the regions. And I'm like, what? What is the war in the regions? That's like, that could be absolutely anything. There's nothing more specific about the mention other than the war in the regions.
Well, the regions are at war.
Yeah.
They don't like each other. One region said, hey, screw you, stupid region. And the other region said, whoa, whoa, whoa.
I listened to that. I'm like, should I be worried about the war in the region too? What's happening out there? It's a dangerous place.
Does anyone else think that the host sounds like Nathan from South Park, who has like Mimsy? He's like, shut up, Mimsy. Like, he sounds just like Nathan.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Who hates Jimmy and Timmy?
Yeah, he has that affect to his voice a little bit. I can see that. All right, let's see how close you guys can get to this, because it was a good game. And I say that as a person who actually seriously watched it. Or, I have to be totally honest, I watched half of it. It was the Chiefs-Bills game where the Bills just got edged out in a great game with back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Now the numbers are in. Any guesses as to how many people were watching the Kansas City Chiefs play with the Bills, or against the Bills, I should say, and Taylor Swift was in the stadium? They always talk about that. How many people do you think, Sabrina?
Ooh, 50 million.
50 million. All right. What do you say, C-Lane?
49 million.
49 million. All right. Fritz?
I know how many people are crazy about football. Let's say there's 330 million people in the U.S. I'm going to say 400 million.
400 million people. Fritz got it right on the head. 400 million people.
Wow.
No, it's 50.39 million people.
Points, touchdown.
Watch that game. That's crazy. Those are really, really big numbers.
But you're going to see those numbers now that these games are dwindling down to who's going to play in the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, the further into the playoffs you get, the more likely you are to have those really big pulls of numbers, like 50 million. And then when you get to the Super Bowl, what's the Super Bowl get? It's usually like 80 million viewers. That's just a guess. I really don't have any clue.
Super Bowl viewers. And the rating record remains at 49.1 for the 49er Bengals in 1982. But the viewership record was set more recently with, here we go, 114.4 million.
Damn. Yeah,
Patriots,
the 49 thing, that means that's a rating, not the amount of people watching. That means half of the people were watching the football game.
Yeah.
If it got a 49.
Half of the people watching TV.
Yes, that's correct, Fritz. Yeah, half of the people who are actively watching TV were watching the Super Bowl.
Well, in
that very
1982,
moment.
what else was there to watch on TV?
Thank you.
Not as much competition.
Well, you can still do
back then.
drugs and drink alcohol, I guess.
True.
That's
why
always
why not
that's
watch
a
TV?
potential competition.
While you're doing it.
How insane is this? Let's imagine that we're all at a funeral, and I don't want you to all have to be at a funeral anytime soon. I wouldn't wish that on you, but I am going to bring you there, and you're at this funeral in England, and
Hello, Bobbit.
people are speaking, including the man who died, his daughter-in-law. His daughter-in-law is up at the microphone, and she's speaking. She's giving the eulogy for this gentleman, and she collapses and dies during the eulogy, which, how crazy is that to consider?
Or more of a BOGO situation, if you ask me.
It's very convenient. It is very convenient. You're right in the spot where you need to be. She had a heart attack while speaking at her father-in-law's funeral. The 81-year-old guy had died of cancer. She was just 39 years old. 39. And she
You think she was
left
really
behind 2 kids.
nervous and didn't want to do it, but her husband was like, I just can't. Because
She had a cardiac arrest, and she had no history of heart problems. But, do you think you can be nervous enough to have a heart attack? Is that possible?
I believe so.
yeah.
Medically speaking, like, can you be so nervous that it causes you to have a heart attack?
I mean, you could be scared to death. We talked about that years ago.
You could also have a panic attack and maybe you're not breathing correctly and
Yeah,
have
but
some kind of...
a heart attack is a physical thing that's happening, correct? Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So
you're literally attacked by your heart.
Yes, you are, right?
So Norm Macdonald joke.
You could mimic that with some sort of, like, in your brain this is happening, but it's not physically happening in your body. Or can you be, in essence, like scared to death? Is being scared to death a real thing?
Yeah. I believe that they, I remember us talking about
Have
it.
they proved it, though?
Can you be scared to death?
I forget how it was put, but I swear it was a Today I learned.
This says,
dying of fright.
It happens very rarely, but it can happen to anyone. The risk of death from fear or other strong emotion is greater for individuals with pre-existing heart conditions. I think in that case, they mean that your reaction to something sends you over, and then you end up having the heart attack that was inevitable anyways.
Yeah.
I think it's like, I don't think this is a thing. All right, I'll drop this out there and tell me if you disagree. I don't think you have an entirely healthy person. Okay, let's say Sabrina. Entirely healthy, good to go. She doesn't have any heart disease or anything like that.
Prime of her life.
Fritz sees Sabrina coming around the corner and he goes, ah! And he scares the hell out of Sabrina. I don't think she could die. I think you could only be scared to death, from what I'm guessing, I could be wrong on this, if you had an issue, your heart was already not doing so well, and then that fright just pushed you over the edge.
It could be that. I mean, but you are just talking about this woman who had cardiac arrest out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, though rare, it's the emotional reaction that will cause the chemical of adrenaline to come out at a higher rate than it's naturally supposed to. And that's when you find yourself, heart cannot keep up with the amount of adrenaline that your body is pushing out.
Sean is correct,
basically
though,
what you're describing is the thing that we talked about during much of the pandemic is comorbidities.
Right.
And so, like, if you are the essence, the picture of health, you're the definition, you're in the dictionary under health. See, also, you're not going to get scared to death.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
What were you going to say, Fritz? What were you going to say?
No coroner is going to, do this autopsy and say cause of death was she was frightened to death. They're going to say heart attack or stroke or, PE, something like that.
Right. They may add to it. They may go stress-induced heart attack, or
Sure.
there was something that was the precursor for doing that.
They're not going to say she was scared.
Scared to death.
What?
All right. When we come back, we're going to do the final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut, and today we're going to wrap everything up for a Wednesday. That's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is Real Music Weekends. This weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Cool Today Weather Center, cooltoday.com.
Hi there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast, and we're into the warm stuff again. And we're back to the 80s. That's right. Not talking about the genre of music, but the temperature. And we haven't been there since January 12th, so this is a long time coming. A lot of us looking forward to thawing out. Today's high, 80 degrees. An outside chance for a passing shower near the coastline. 83 tomorrow and up to 84 on Friday. Don't get used to it. It cools down again next week. I'm Brooks Garner from Fox 35.
This report is sponsored by Jackson Hewitt Tax Services, home of the Money Today guarantee. Can't wait weeks for your tax refund? Then don't. At Jackson Hewitt, get money today if you're approved for a no-fee refund advance loan on a prepaid card. Book today at jacksonhewitt.com. No-fee refund advance offered to eligible clients. Application required. Loans by Republic Bank. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
In the 1930s, Lucky Luciano, founder of the modern mafia, was taken down by prosecutor Eunice Carter, one of the first black woman assistant district attorneys in New York. The Godmother, an immersive 10-part podcast, delves into her unstoppable rise as she takes on roles from writer to politician, revealing a badass anti-hero, unafraid to bend the rules for justice.
But for Eunice Carter, I don't know that Luciano would ever have been convicted of anything.
Listen to The Godmother on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Well, hello there. Join me at Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino to celebrate a new era in gaming. With live craps, roulette, and sports betting now available to go along with the biggest selection of slots in South Florida. Plus, all your other favorite table games. Complement your night with my award-winning fine dining and casual fare options, lively bars and lounges. Or catch your favorite A-list entertainer at Hard Rock Live. Discover your rhythm today. Go to hardrockholly.com. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT. Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino.
It's the new year, and guess what? I'm in hot water. Hey, it's RC Hill here from RC Hill, Mitsubishi in DeLand. My sales are frozen. So this month, I've cooked up the craziest icebreaker ever. Right now, I'm paying way over appraised value for any car, regardless of make, model, miles, or even condition. If you owe $2,000, $4,000, or even $7,000 more than it's worth, I still want it. Plus, with my dealer next door credit approval process, you could skate home for just $8 down. We've got the banks to break the ice with lower rates and smaller payments. You can drive a car that's twice as nice. Come see me at RC Hill Mitsubishi. Check out the new Mirage 43 miles per gallon lifetime warranty. And introducing the all-new Outlander in stock and ready for delivery. For your peace of mind, we provide a lifetime limited warranty. So dump that old ride you hate, and you can drive for $8. But hurry, this deal will melt away fast. I'm RC Hill, your car dealer next door. Central Florida's first choice for new Mitsubishis. Visit me at rchill.com. That's rchill.com.
Credit requires bank approval. Negative equity may be refinanced. See details at rchill.com.
Hey, it's Russ Rollins. Need your carpets and tile looking great without sticky, soapy chemical residue left behind? Zero Res will clean your carpets the right way. This month, they're offering 20% off all their carpet and upholstery cleaning. That's OrlandoZeroRes.com. Zero Res, spelled forwards or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
What'd your mom pack you for lunch? Let's see, a turkey sandwich, chips, and... Oh, fresh from Florida strawberries. I'll trade you for some string cheese. Sure, here's my sandwich and my chips. No, I want the Florida strawberries. Seriously? No way. Can I throw in my juice box? You can throw in your lunchbox. You're not getting my Florida strawberries.
Pack the snacks your kids want to eat. Look for the sunny, fresh from Florida logo where you shop.
How about my new sneakers? Nope. These earbuds? Nope. My backpack? Nope.
This isn't a date.
Everybody's feeling that instant connection.
I'm a cop, you're a criminal. That's all we need to know about each other.
Still my heart. With Wild Cards. It's the CW's new hit series critics are calling an extremely enjoyable time. Crazy and fun. Vanessa Morgan is laugh out loud funny and monumentally charming. Now that we're partners,
can I at least put the siren thingy on the roof of the car?
No.
Wild Cards. Don't miss an all-new episode tonight on the CW.
Tonight, beginning at 8, only on CW18.
From sunrise to sunset, West 2 News on CW18 has you covered. Mornings from 7 to 10, start your day with Central Florida's most accurate forecast from First Warning meteorologist Kelly Ann Class.
You'll always have a clear view of what's ahead.
Then tonight at 10, get caught up and know what's happening now with Stuart, Michelle, Tony, and Darren.
It's all in a day's work, and our work never stops.
AM or PM, West 2 News on CW18 has you covered.
Orlando's top-rated comedy club and restaurant celebrates becoming the Funny Bone. Formerly the Improv Comedy Club, the Funny Bone guarantees the same great talent and awesome live comedy experience with a new name at Point Orlando. This week, the Funny Bone welcomes Michael Blackson, January 26th and 27th.
You're going to talk about Stevie Wonder sees me every day. What do you mean by that?
Followed by Jeff R. Curry on February 1st through the 3rd. Check out the star-studded calendar and showtimes at orlando.funnybone.com. Home to the best comedic talent on tour nationally. Come get funny at the Funny Bone.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting freshfromflorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
Are you a business owner, CEO, or responsible for marketing? If you are, iHeartMedia can help you reach your goals and find new customers. We reach more consumers in your target area than anyone else, and we can give you access to those potential customers more cost-effectively across radio, digital, podcasting, and social. We'd love to show you how iHeartMedia can work for you. Get started today at iHeartAdvertising.com. That's iHeartAdvertising.com.
Do you have information about a violent crime? Help solve crimes with your anonymous tips at crimeline.org. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Your tips make a difference. Say it here. It's anonymous at crimeline.org. Paid by CSTF.
I'm Chris Walls, and I'm a truck driver from Missouri. For 13 hours a night, I sit in my truck and I drive. Out of boredom, I'll stop and eat. If I'm not doing fast food, I guarantee there's a bag of chips open on my dashboard. Along with that, I'm good for about 4 liters of soda a night. That was all until Andro 400. I started out 4 months ago weighing 341 pounds, and since taking Andro 400, I have dropped 45 pounds. I'm sleeping better. There's no cravings. My knee pains went away. I've had some lower back issues, and I've noticed that went away, and I can only contribute that to Andro 400. One thing that Andro 400 said on the radio ad says it attacks belly fat. Well, let me tell you, it did. I've lost 6 inches. This product really does work.
So guys, if you'd like to experience similar results, then get Andro 400, the safe, natural, and inexpensive way to boost your testosterone. Go to andro400.com or call 888-400-0435. 888-400-0435.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you right now, like Deep Cuts, a commercial-free station featuring deep album tracks from iconic artists. Just search Deep Cuts and listen now on your free iHeartRadio app. iHeartRadio. Free never sounded so good.
I had so many dreams, but life quickly got in the way. Then, Rasmussen University saw my true potential and gave me the support and confidence I needed to become who I am today. Rasmussen University. Learn more at rasmussen.edu/Florida.
Documenting and contributing to the decline in American culture. This
And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Wednesday. Thanks for hanging out with us, Fritz, as always. We love you. We appreciate you.
Thank you. Nice guy.
Avendasora on Twitch says, my kid trades her shoes every day at school. Well, one shoe. So the entire middle school has mismatched shoes. Effing kids. We did the dumbest stuff in middle school. There were the dumbest trends of my life when I was in middle school. For a while, I kid you not, some of you may recall this, but for a while, it was very popular in middle school to have a pacifier, to be like a grown kid, but to have a pacifier.
That was a drug culture thing, Sean.
No, it wasn't even that. It was before that. Maybe
it was a drug culture thing, and the kids wanted to be cool like the drug kids, because the drug kids were cool.
Yeah.
And so they got pacifiers.
So they would be learning this from like the ecstasy kids who didn't want to gnaw their tongues off, and they put a pacifier in their mouth. That was a really, really popular thing for a while. And then because of crisscross, people were wearing their pants backwards to school.
Yeah, jump.
Oh, that song. Oh, my God. Now I regret
that must
not
have been
ending on
difficult
that
to use
song.
the bathroom.
Yeah, it wasn't good. Wasn't good at all. All right, let's do the stories that didn't make the cut, brought to you by Nation's Trucks. I love our friends over there. I may have tried it once.
Yeah. Bouncy on that picture, please.
We were wearing jeans at the time. This is going to date me. Oh, man. You guys probably never heard of this. The big thing at the time was if you were cool if you had Z Cavaricci jeans.
Oh, yeah, the Italian designer.
Yep, Z Cavaricci's like, man, you got Z Cavaricci's? Damn, that's impressive.
I had Zosimo pants. I was like, hell yeah.
Oh, big time. All right, brought to you by Nation's Trucks. And to go over there and get the truck of your dreams, real quick, the thing I teased earlier, PETA is looking to replace the prognosticating groundhog, Puxatawny Phil, with a giant weather-predicting coin. But no, we've done the groundhog thing too long. Can't turn around on this. All right, let's get the hell out of here. Here we go. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Wednesday, January 24th, 2024. Whoa. Today I Learned sponsored by J. David Tax Law. Peace of mind is only a click or a phone call away. Today I Learned this bad.
Hanson.
That's right. Hanson is correct. The youngest brother of the 90s band Hanson.
Yep.
He is now an ordained deacon of the Eastern Orthodox Church.
Wow.
And he goes by the name Deacon Mercurios.
Oh,
and
God. It's difficult.
Like, he wears the whole, like, the big, like, Pope-style costumes and stuff. He's a thing.
He still plays with them when they play concerts, though, right?
I don't know. Does he? He's out there on tour with them and still doing the religious stuff? That'd be cool. I go see that. Today I learned camouflage clothing is illegal for civilians in several countries, including, I don't know if I've ever broken this law. In the Bahamas, it's illegal to wear camouflage.
Whoa.
I had no idea. Today I learned this band right here. They're brothers.
The Jonas Brothers.
That's right, the Jonas Brothers. The year 3000, the song that you're hearing, was one of their biggest hits. It's actually a cover song. It was done by a pop punk band called Busted back in 2002. So they got all the monies that the sweet, sweet Jonas Brothers brought in for them. And finally, today learn this band right here.
Got live.
Live is correct. Thank you, Fritz. I was wondering if this was going to be in that space of time where I play bands and Sabrina and Celine go, who's Silverchair?
I knew live. I said live.
I
didn't know their name, but I know the song.
That guy's such a dick.
The band Live has been in the middle of an awkward power struggle for the last 10 years. First, they kicked Kowalczyk, or whatever his name is, the lead singer, out of the band, and they kept touring without him for a while. Then he took over, and then he fired some of the other people. Now they're making their way around as old men. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Miss any of the podcasts? Go get it at thenewsjunkie.com. See you later, everybody.